The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, Furnisherm.
Shall we play a game?
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan. I am your host, Caleb Craig.
I like that slow build-up that crossed Joe's face.
What slow build-up?
Just the expression, just the energy just building and building until he released into his girl scream.
Yeah.
I released in other ways as well. Ooh. We're going to be talking about fighting games, is that right?
We are, yes.
Hey, we're going to run out of genres here soon.
Yeah, you guys want to introduce yourselves first?
Maybe.
No. Let's just get... No. Yeah, what's your name?
I am Caleb Craig. This is Cameron.
Caleb Schweiss.
And this is Joe. Gentlemen, fuck, how do we usually start these episodes?
Well, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing?
Yeah, what have you been playing?
How about what have you been playing?
No, I'm going to do this time, and we're going to reverse the order, and it's going to make you so mad.
Oh, that'd be counterclockwise.
I know.
No.
Let's do it. Switching things around.
Fucking when people play board games counterclockwise, there's nothing that fucks me
How
up
do you
more.
feel about Uno then? When Uno does the reverse thing, you're like, no! Someone counter that right now.
Yes.
Dude, yeah, as soon as he gets reverse, he plays the shit out of it. He cannot.
So you love... Oh, no. Do you love it or do you hate it?
Like, if it's already been reversed. Usually
Gotta
tops
use it strategically. Fucking, I'll tell you what I've been playing. I've been playing Final Fantasy 11 and
Oh,
is what I
hardly.
would say.
Come on. We haven't put as much time into that.
I
as
put
others.
6 hours into it yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot we got nothing done in the hours that we put in the last time we played.
Oh, wow.
I was thinking of time in a way that it's getting things
Productive,
done,
yeah.
and it's not.
Exactly.
Yes.
On top of that, on the train, I didn't play any other games besides Super Mario Brothers 3, which is fucking awesome. I'm on World 4 of 8, so I'm making progress. I thought there was only 6 worlds, so I thought I was further than I was, and then I looked it up, and I was like, God damn it.
There's usually 8 worlds in all Mario games.
Anyway, I'm having fun with that. There was a particular level with the jumping fish, and the map was going up and down above the water, and I had to restart that one, I don't know, 70 times, I would say.
70 times.
Just whatever, like, I would go to whatever the next section of safety was, and I would have to then die a couple times in order to get what the next jump had to be exactly. God damn it, dude. I am so glad that we have save states in this day and age. That's what I'm so grateful for that. And you know what else we've been playing? You know what the fuck else we've been playing?
What the fuck else have you been playing, Joe?
It's
a nice shirt.
We have been playing...
I thought that was a sheet.
Fuck you. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Poncho.
Oh, he said that's a nice shirt when you were pulling on Caleb's Godzilla shirt.
I'm sorry,
And I thought that was a sheet.
Sorry, did the pot... Hey, you guys at home, how did you like it when I pulled on Caleb's shirt? Did you see it?
It was the
Did you
joke.
hear it?
It was the punchline after that made it worthwhile.
Anyway, Diablo 3. Fucking, I'm liking it. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy Diablo 3 a lot, too.
And we will have our review for Diablo 3 in the next 3 weeks.
Yes.
And
We'll beat it in the next 3 hours.
we are on Act 4. We just started Act 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You know, Dwayne told me, and I don't know, sometimes he's wrong. A lot of times he's wrong. And my roommate... and
Every time he's wrong about Star Wars.
Yeah, he is. He is. Oh, yes, he is. But anyway, he said, he's like, oh, I think Act 3 was one that was longer. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. We'll have a couple nights of Act 3, and it'll be great. Joe and I, 2.5 hours in, Act 3's done. Now, we did do a few...
Act 2, I think, took about 3. A little
4.
over 3, yeah.
Yeah, it was Act 2 was the long one so far. It was great though. Like we have this method now. We're both we lowered the difficulty without Craig there, and it's pretty easy. Because Craig has some really good items because he's played the game like 50 times.
I've never heard that. We lowered the difficulty when Craig wasn't there.
Listen, first off, this game is not a hard game.
It's
the first
easy.
2 Diablos, very hard games.
Yes.
I would say,
Yeah,
and on normal mode, very hard game. I started on normal mode by myself when I was playing, but then Caleb Schweiss came into the party and he had it on hard mode. Now I didn't notice a difference in the play. When you play multiplayer in Diablo 2, the difficulty like scales.
It scales
yeah,
for us.
that
As
makes
well.
sense.
Hardest game that you can play in Diablo 2 is the game with 8 players.
Well, that's sort of. I don't know. Other people say that makes it easier because then everyone gets item drops and you can co-op it if you're good at the game.
Yeah, maybe, but the difficulty itself is.
Yeah, it does actually increase everything.
But we 3 were together. We put it on the highest difficulty we could put, and we're still. It's like Lawnmower Simulator. Or what were we calling it?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Lawnmower Simulator 2016, where we were just going in and we were just destroying. Now the game is considerably less difficult than the first 2 games.
Act 2 did get a lot harder than Act 1, though. There were a bunch of times where I would die, but it was because I was being foolish.
I think I've died 3 times so far.
I've died probably like 10.
And they let you respawn at your
12.
body.
Really?
Yeah, they don't punish you like in Diablo 2.
Yeah, it sucks
Whereas,
for
like,
me.
your body's there, but
You had to
you
go
got
get it.
nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
your armor and shit degrades every time you
Yeah,
die.
but that's nothing, dude. In Diablo 2, you don't have armor anymore.
You have to go
your
find
body
your dead
drops
body.
your items.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you die on the way to that, you're fucked because those items aren't there anymore.
No, they still are.
No, if you die twice in a row without getting to the other one,
Yeah, it's still there.
no, it's not.
I think
You
it
only
is,
have
dude.
one corpse.
I think the items are still there.
We'll have to look this
Your
up
corpse
later.
might disappear, but I think the stuff is. That would be disgusting if it didn't.
I think the stuff is gone. I think I fucked myself over with that before. Not in this playthrough, but before.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think that's accurate. But either way, you still have to go pick up your items. And 3, you just, there's like a ghost image of yourself. You get like a 5-second cooldown and then you are back in it. And you can all die. I thought that was kind of weird. There was a moment where some boss like blew up and we were all trapped there and we just our bodies just.
That was the one where like you got cleared out and I almost died, but I didn't die.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah, if you all die during a boss fight, it does make you restart.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It might have just been an NM or,
Anyway, I am having fun in that game and I look forward to reviewing it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sad I didn't hop on with you guys. I don't have anything powerful enough to play it. Are you doing it on the PC?
PS4.
PS4? Why did you?
We told you, man.
Sorry, guys.
You've had weeks.
It's like $40 though. Because I told you this. I said, hey, who's going to play Diablo 3? And
Well, I
you
thought
wanted
you
to
guys.
know.
So I thought it was all going to be on the freaking PC. It was when I heard you guys talking about.
No, the only reason why I didn't do PC is the dodge roll that they have on the console. I've heard great things about it.
I just want a reason to have my
dodge
PS4 and I
That
only
too.
have 4 games.
That too. There's not.
So, man, I totally would have joined you
Dude,
guys.
they still have time. You should just pick it up.
Dude, it is
It's-
a fun game.
I'm
Just pick it up.
I'm too far behind you guys,
No, you
aren't I?
We
Not necessarily.
we're 3 nights in.
You could play it
Okay.
slowly. Alexandria and I are playing
You can play it slowly, or I could power the shit level out of you, and then you could
That's-
just run through the
depends-
story,
yeah.
and then we could do the extra
If you
stuff.
want to do the game the fun way, or if you want to do it the Craig way, or,
I'm just saying, there are options.
there are. You could catch up to us.
The game was so easy on whatever mode we were on. Was like expert mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have extreme or anything.
I get killed pretty fast.
So what are your
but
where do your
I
character
thought
classes?
Caleb was cheating, but he actually entered in at a lower level.
Yeah, I was
And I was
level
like,
1.
what the fuck are you doing?
I was level 1, and I had like items that helped me level up really quickly.
yeah, which is great because he needed to catch up to us.
All right, I just need to find those items and maybe I can catch up.
I could just.
But
give
what
it to you.
are your guys' character classes? How many different character classes are there?
There's 6
I went with Warrior once again.
Okay, warrior.
Yeah, Craig, you went monk, right?
on this one. Yeah,
And what does
I'm,
monk do? Is it like hand to hand?
Yeah.
yeah, hand to hand, but you can use weapons too.
Okay.
I went with a demon hunter. I use a crossbow.
Oh.
Or bows.
but mostly a machine gun.
So you need a mage class if you're going to join.
Okay,
Yeah.
so mage class to support.
Yeah, and for that, there's two. There's the what is it?
Witch Doctor is one.
Yeah, the Witch Doctor.
That one's supposed to be pretty legit.
Wait, which
It's-
doctor?
I've played a little bit of the Witch Doctor.
Of course,
It's
my roommate
awesome.
Dwayne, he's a Witch Doctor in Diablo 3.
You can you can send out frogs.
see him
to,
wanting to
People would have to really pay attention to the show in order to get.
He's
what you
native.
just said.
He's
Okay,
native
all right.
American. There. The class spoke to him in a way that I could not understand. So I've been playing Diablo 3 as well. Like Joe
I'm
said,
going to write a list of everything bad that you ever say.
Every racist
I would
thing.
like to say that he said Chinaman earlier on Ultimate Final Fantasy, and I just kind of like cringed for a second. Was like, and then I did, on top of his Chinaman comment, I did my Japanese man voice.
No, I can't help but do that. Okay, I'll be at Wasabi, this
It was
wonderful
a Chinaman,
sushi place.
though.
Yes, I'll be at.
Yeah, I realized though, like, we both did racist Asian things in a
Exactly.
row.
How is that racist? A man from China?
Chinaman is look it up. It's a racist term.
It is. Yeah.
Whatever.
Chinaman is a racist term.
So I'll be at my favorite sushi place, and the staff's all Japanese, right? And so she'll take my
Where?
order. It's in Draper. And
gonna have
it's
to go to
my
Draper.
favorite sushi place ever. It's just amazing. So
Have
yes,
you
we
tried
to go.
Asahi in Provo?
I have, and this does
It
circles
blows it out
around.
of the
It
water.
blows it out of the water. So we have to go, we have to make a time to go do that.
We do.
But anyways, the lady, she'll take my order, and I'll look over my girlfriend, and then she's like, okay, when's it coming? Because she's at the bathroom or something, and I'll repeat in the Japanese girl's voice. She said it'll be about 15 minutes, and I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just repeating exactly what I heard.
Yeah. Cameron's a mockingbird.
Sure. Oh, and then he called me. Oh, twice also on
The
that
cash
list
discount.
is the fag, which I listened to that episode again this week because I was looking for the shouting match that me and Craig had on an earlier episode.
Oh, yeah.
And you calling me fag like just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What fag? And then
We don't actually say that very often, so that is kind of out of the ordinary.
and then every Native American comment you've had towards your roommate,
Yeah.
it's all going on a list.
No, Joe, you don't understand. He's friends with him, so it's okay.
It's like, our California listeners are just going away.
Yeah.
Are you saying something about California listeners, Joe?
Oh, that seems kind of regionist.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Our Texas listeners are strong, though. I'll tell you that. I shit you not. When I pulled up the stuff, I was like, Texas? And I was like, oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Oh man.
This is like the strong counterculture in California or something like that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so I've also been playing
Racist.
FF11, doing a decent
We're
amount of
not
that.
ever intentionally so. We just say what we think is funny, and God damn it, racist things sound funny sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. It's a joke, man.
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
It's supposed to be funny. It's not supposed to be serious. And let's see. So FF11, Diablo 3.
It's only racist if it's serious. You're right.
It is. It is. It's the intent behind it that makes it racist.
Okay.
No, and see, when I say that to her, I feel like, oh crap, did they hear me say that? Because I don't want them to be offended by my repeating of how they speak the English language.
I don't know. I really don't know.
And so if I do Russian accent, is that racist as well?
Yeah,
that was not
it
a Russian
technically
accent,
would be.
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
It was like I was like,
I don't know either.
Swedish.
I was Russian in Scotland for a while.
Our UK listeners are going to be like, what is he talking about?
It's wrong all around. I downloaded Monster Hunters 5.
Oh, cool. How is it?
And it's all right. It's a weird pinball game
Oh, never mind.
for FF15.
Okay, no, that's
Not Monster Hunter.
That's a very different
Justice
game.
Monsters.
Justice Monsters. Sorry. I do have a Monster Hunter game.
Monsters of Justice.
Yes. I played a little bit of that. I don't know how long it'll last. It's a mobile game. They're always kind of the same. And
Yeah.
I kind of just like get burned out real quick.
Yeah, that's the same with mobile games.
Yeah. And Symphony of the Night. have played it to a certain point.
Okay.
And
Played it for a minute.
yeah, and that's a pretty good game, and I look forward to
Symphony
hearing
of
you
the
guys'
Night
thoughts.
is fun. It reminds me of the Game Boy Advance days when I'd played the Metroid games. That was a lot of fun. It reminds me of that exploration. You're finding your items because you just got freaking all of them taken. I about said a racist thing, so I'm glad I didn't say it.
God, what the fuck?
We just had the conversation.
Jesus
Can't
Christ.
just go for it.
But no, I'm quite enjoying that.
Is that all you've been playing?
No, so I thought Caleb was still going.
No, he's not.
I'm done, yeah.
So, and then I've played a little bit of No Man's Sky, and just, watching the reviews that got me hyped for it, and then comparing it to what I'm playing now. I mean, if the game was like $40, then yeah, it'd be fine.
It'll be that price.
In about a day. When
Yeah, so just
No, but
just pretend
I don't know
that
if you
it was
guys
that.
heard about the mass refund where people getting 70 plus hours of the game, refunding it for full price through Steam. And then when they would send it back, they would cite things like false advertising and stuff like that. Because if you watch this guy, the Sean, talk about the game, I forget his name, the guy who developed it, but he promised certain things that would be there that are just blatantly not there.
What was it,
in the
Sean
game.
T?
I'll have to look up his Twitter. He has been silent on Twitter for a few days.
You just have to dig deeper.
Wow, that is an old reference you guys
Yeah, it
pulled out
is.
your ass.
Insanity, great.
Everybody
program.
has seen the insanity of commercials. Every single fucking person on the planet has.
I remember
And he
the,
says dig deeper in that
I
commercial.
remember you and I did that for a little bit.
If you watch the actual thing, and most people don't just sit down on their couch and
Watch
watch
it, yeah.
insanity unless they're like, I really love people.
I kind of want to throw an IMDb rating of this movie out.
Week one, and they're like, dig deeper is his favorite thing to say on the fucking planet.
Yeah. Dude, he gets even more
intense.
more flamboyant like
Pack
with the
that
next
fudge,
one.
baby. Dig deeper.
No, I was talking to Christian about it, and he's like, the one after that, the like not AR7, but it's something that's like a weird 2-letter
Yeah, he
number.
came out of the closet.
Yeah, and he said in the new one, he's like, it's kind of odd sometimes.
And he
he's
went
like,
for it. He went for it. You know?
he's like, there's somewhere I swear to God he's wearing lipstick on it. It's just odd to me. Like, it's a great program, but it's like distracting.
I remember because he
I
had
wanna
a
make out? Do I wanna
YouTube
follow?
channel, and I remember because we were doing Insanity, and I looked him up on YouTube, and he just seemed a little bit Metro.
Yeah.
And
in Insanity, yeah, we were like, this guy's, I
and I'm
wonder if
like,
he's a little,
is
maybe
kinda,
he's gay, yeah.
And then on Wikipedia, yeah, he came out as gay at some point.
yeah, and then we, once
He
we
just-
watched the wiki thing, it was like,
the issue. He's a fag.
boom!
It's not racist if it's a quote from a television show.
Yeah.
It's definitely not racist. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want to bring up the
gender.
fact that Shanti is black.
Yeah.
No.
He's like a
Anyways.
white black
We
guy, though.
didn't even bring
white
up-
black guy?
Yeah, like
good
Carlos
joke.
Boozer. He's like,
So he's a
black.
coconut?
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. A coconut? Is that a term?
Yeah, my brother told me about that one the other day.
Caleb, so Caleb's fuzzy mic thing is pink, and his face right now
He's also...
matching the color of the microphone.
Man, we are just trying to one-up each other. I think that's the top of the pile today.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Or
A coconut.
the bottom of the pile.
Half empty, half full, I mean.
Do you think he's a bottom or a top, that Shanti?
Oh my gosh.
I honestly, I could not tell you.
I bet he's a top.
You think so?
Yeah,
You think he's like the
a top.
boss?
Yeah.
Boss.
And he likes to dig.
Yeah, he does. You're right. He does like to dig.
Unless he likes to tell other people to dig deeper.
Maybe he's just like, maybe he's just superintended. Dig deeper. Dude, I can't. This is all I got. Dig deeper.
Oh, man.
Get your hand in there.
Oh my god, that is not right.
Squats and stretches.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. No Man's Sky. Disappointing. But I also played the Symphony of the Night, of course, but then I also played the open beta for Battlefield 1.
Oh, yeah.
How was that? I heard it got a DDoS attack.
It's been up and down, but
day.
you know, when you're playing an open beta, you expect there to be problems.
Yeah.
So I've been playing it, and it's fun. I mean, there's bugs in the game.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's
How big are
definitely
they?
bugs. Some of them are frustrating. Like you'll be in the biplane trying to shoot someone, but then they kind of like do this like weird like stutter thing, and they're somewhere else all of a
Oh,
sudden.
did they list lazily to the left?
No, I thought that's funny because you can repair while flying, right? But when you repair while flying, you don't have any controls over flying the plane, and your plane does list lazily to the left as you're repairing. And then I was doing that. Someone's trying to shoot me, but they couldn't shoot me as I listed lazily to the left.
Well, you must know some maneuvers.
No, but it's fun. Like I had
okay,
fun
Greg?
playing. I've only played the one map, the one with the train that comes through. But yeah, I've been having fun. I can't wait till the full game comes out with all of the features.
Sweet.
Okay, Caleb Craig.
I have been playing some Symphony of the Night. I beat it again just to get the bad ending that Cam and Caleb got. And then I have been playing some what is the Banner Saga? I just got that one. It's kind of like a tactics style game with like Vikings and stuff. It's
Okay,
pretty.
so you're horrible at it? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm pretty good at it actually.
No.
And then I've been playing some Deus Ex.
What about Night 6?
Always the Night Sex as well.
I was ready for it. I was gearing up.
I could see it. I could see it in your eyes.
I could see it in your smile.
Yeah, could you?
You guys should write a love song together.
Oh,
I think that one's already been written.
Yeah. And then
your smile.
and then I've been playing some Final Fantasy X. So
What?
yeah.
Wow.
Decided actually gonna beat one this
well,
time?
I decided that I'm gonna beat Evray and then I'm gonna be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
gonna
luck.
beat the final boss.
That's just a waste of time to only beat Everett and be done.
He's the final boss. What do you expect?
Are you playing the game from the beginning?
Yeah.
You should be. Just don't suck, and you'll be able to beat everything.
I'm at
actually
you can
play it.
manage that. Yeah.
Ifrit right now.
Oh, okay.
So you're near the beginning. Okay.
Yeah.
Very.
All right. Did anybody beat a game this week?
Oh my God! I think we did. Let me pull up my board sound. Sorry.
I did not beat a game.
I technically beat a game, but it was one I already beat. So
Okay.
I did not.
You beat a game that you already beat this year.
yeah, I beat Symphony of the Night twice.
He beat the easy ending.
Oh, that doesn't count.
I beat Symphony of the Night.
You just said that it counted the last week.
Beating it a second time, counting on the list.
No, you can't beat it
No,
twice.
it's funny.
It doesn't
that he
count
said
for
it.
you.
Oh
This
no!
doesn't count.
The ending counts. The bullshit ending that we got counts. The non.
No, I want him to write it next to Symphony of the Night on my list. So I write it twice.
Here, I'll put 2 next to it.
Yeah.
And then it cannot count for any points, but still be there. Okay, so Caleb Schweiss is the only one who beat a game out of the host this week.
Yes.
Symphony of the Night. So as far as the hosts are concerned, and we are going to get to you listeners in just a second. As far as the hosts are concerned, Caleb Craig is still King Hog with 22 games beaten so far in 2016. Caleb Schweiss is second place with 19 games. I am third place with 12 games, and Cameron is fourth place with 9 games beaten.
Oh man, these FFs are going to make Cameron catch up.
Now, as we asked you guys this week, we asked you guys to please send us your hog reports, and if you want to know how to do that, before the first Saturday of every month, you just go into nudeclan.net.
Click the hog status banner at the top. Enter in all your information. Do the date picker. Try to do this every month, guys, so that we get your up-to-date hog, so we know where everyone's at.
Yeah.
If not, we'll just use your prior month, but it's got everything in there. It's got the body fat percentage. It's got the amount worked out. It's got the books, the ownage hog, the consumption hog, all of it. And it's a great, great tool that you can use. And it sends us an email, and either Joe or I are going to forward that email to you guys as well with a little response. Just
Yeah,
so,
so
we know
you'll
we got
have a
it.
copy, and we'll have a copy as well.
Yeah, and that'll keep us up to date on where everyone's at hog-wise for the year.
So, are you ready for this? Okay, you want to do nude hog or super hog first?
I say Nude Hog.
Yeah,
Nude
Nude
Hog
Hog
first. Okay. In last place, Joe from Michigan, 2 games beaten.
Nice.
Strike Knight is next with 5 games beaten. Disa Auckland is next with 6 games. I'm trying. Danny is next with 7 games. And then the hosts start coming in. Cameron, 9 games beaten.
Nice.
Myself, 12. Skull Hottie, 18 games beaten.
Wow.
He's going up to the top. And then we have 3 people who we know pretty well. Schweiss at 19 games beaten. Caleb Craig at 22 games beaten. And dethroning Caleb Craig this week is another person from the Geekdom Entertainment Network.
His points
Jake
don't count.
Wright, 25 games beaten this year so far.
How does his games not count?
So as far as the
Because
listeners are
he just
concerned,
He's lesser, so he knows that.
he's lesser.
Yeah, he knows that
Physically, yeah, but
in every conceivable way.
he has more hair.
We don't know until we measure the penises.
Yeah.
How does that count hair?
Doesn't matter.
Well,
It's- the word penis has to be uttered.
if
in
we
each
can't
show,
figure out
it's
which
not
is
us.
hair and which is not, then
If
we
you
might have
guys,
a problem.
if you guys hear an episode where we don't say that word, it's not us. It's counterfeit.
So Jacob is part of the network, so he's not going to
duress.
get a prize at the end of the year. But Jake is still the highest listener as well, followed by Skull Hottie, followed by Danny. So thank you guys for sending in your Nude Clan points. And that one's the easy one to submit. So if you want to do that, there is a section on the forum for hog status that you guys can put in your numbers. And let us know how many games you beat this year. Now for Super Hog,
It's a very different story.
very
for
different
Super
story.
Hog.
Matunica is in last place with 601 Super Hog points. Schweiss is in second to last place, having not consumed nearly enough media, clearly, or have bought enough media throughout his lifetime to beat the rest of the people on this list, except for Matunica with 757 points.
Too fucking fat too.
Yeah,
That's
you
part
want to
of
talk
it.
about the too fucking fat thing?
Yeah, I'm too fucking fat. There you go. Move on.
So I want you to know, though, I am also having those percentages docked, and so is Caleb Craig.
Yeah, but you guys,
Because we are fat, and we are fatter than you are.
you are,
Yeah.
you are. Part of me still wants to increase it, but
We'll see. We'll look into it.
It's not like
I'll still be low though. I'll still be losing those
it's
points.
if you are over the threshold, you shouldn't get less of a punishment because you're not as far as someone else. You're over, and therefore you get punished.
I understand that, and I accept that for myself. I just want Caleb to be punished more.
Fuck you. It's already hard enough for me to get down to where I'm not losing points.
I think there's like obese, and then there's more morbidly obese.
yeah, there is.
I mean, his
Yep.
punishment is his life is going to end abruptly short unless he changes something. But
And then then when we get in what the Ultra Hog in,
And then we'll have to have like Jake on here.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
so Danny is above Schweiss. Danny has 863 hog points.
Okay.
Then we get into the quadruple digits. I am below a listener. I am at 1,141 points.
You were below a listener before.
Strike Knight is at 1,146. I'm 5 behind him. If I had finished that extra season of South Park I was on last night, I would be. I'd still be back by like 1 point. But Strike Knight, I'm coming for you. Gonna watch a couple movies. Gonna watch one today. Caleb Craig is in second place. Caleb Craig, 1,196 points. I'm going to catch up to you, by the way, next month
Yeah,
as well.
that's me not even updating for this month.
Fuck you, by the way. And Joe from Michigan, who we talked about, had
Yes.
a comic book collection of 10,000.
Yes, GOG status.
GOG status, as Caleb Craig just said. I don't know what a GOG is. I am a GOG. I am a guest. It's Marius and Love at Last. I've never seen
fuck
numbers
does
like
that
this
even
before.
mean?
That's from Les Mis. That was one of my lines. I played Grantaire.
Caleb
didn't see
didn't
that.
go.
You fucking bastard.
I was there.
Okay. 13,111
Dude, how?
points.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
GOG is a game?
That's a website.
It's a website to get games.
Oh, okay.
It's perfect.
Games on command. So, way to go, Joe from Michigan, for having a gigantic comic book collection.
Yes.
Something interesting about this list, by the way. Joe from Michigan, top place for Super Hog, bottom place for our listeners for Nude Hog.
Yeah, he's clearly got his priority in the Super Hog category.
Yeah.
He knows where he wants to win.
So I would like to say, I think that we're going to have to give out first, second, and third place winners. So you guys, if you haven't put in your numbers yet, there's still a chance you can win. And maybe you have a collection that rivals Joe from Michigan's.
Yeah.
But Joe
won't-
from Michigan is far ahead of the rest of us.
Yes. No one's catching up anytime soon.
Just wait until we find a listener who's one of those who has every single game they've had since childhood. So we're talking like Super Nintendo all the way up until the current generation. They just have a room chock full of video games.
It's possible, yeah.
That would just destroy us.
But then there's those who don't want to inventory everything they own, so they don't get the points.
Lazy fucks.
It's not that bad. I mean, unless you like have a shit
to
ton of
live
stuff
it,
in
man.
storage. But I would just go through and go, what did the develop? Like, just
Yeah.
count it and write it down.
Do
and then
that.
Do the next thing.
Do that and then log on to PSN on the internet and then just add all the games that you've bought. It's a lot easier than going into the library because the PSN will show all your PSP games, all your PS3, your PS4. Just log in there and tally everything up and count your regular games and go for it.
So, Caleb Craig, you still have the highest average as far as like your rankings on both the lists. You're in second place on both lists, and that makes you number one.
Yeah, it
basically,
does.
between the two. So, way to go with that. Jake has not sent in Super Hog points.
Nope.
I'm disappointed in Jake.
Just remember though, Craig, second place is just the first person to lose.
And Felicia was funny. Felicia on the forum, she asked, "Hey, how many points for a book that you wrote?"
wow.
That's Life Hog though. That's
Yeah,
something we haven't unveiled.
that's Ultra Hog. We haven't yet figured out all the point systems for that because this is media consumption, not media creation.
Yeah.
So got to keep that in
A
mind.
good merchant doesn't eat their wares, so you can't really count. Unless
Well,
you
that and I'm like, we got to do like different point systems for whether or not the book was self-published or actually published, which I don't know in her situation. So
Yeah.
I would like to like see that happen.
Do you know the title of her book?
No, I don't know anything about it. She just said that.
yeah.
It's like, how about a guy who's written 4 terrible screenplays? How many points does that give me? 0.
negative.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Do we have a question for the week?
I'm sure we do, but I haven't pulled one up yet.
Maybe you should have done that.
Maybe. All right, this week's question is from Batman2J. It's titled NES Classic. I'm not sure if everyone has heard about the NES Classic
Yes,
that
we
will
have.
be released in November, but it's a replica of the old Nintendo Entertainment System that comes preloaded with 30 classic games and can be used with modern electronics. If you guys could pick any console that you would like to see given the same treatment, what would it be? What 5 games would you like to see added to it? His choice to get the pot stirring here is PS1 Classic, Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy VII, Suikoden, whatever the fuck it is. 2, Spyro the Dragon, and Cool Borders 4.
Cool Borders 4, huh?
Yeah, is it really that good of a fucking game?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a snowboarding game.
Oh. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So
In every way. Yes.
I don't know why, but I just thought it was like some Cold War game.
I thought it was a skateboard game.
Yeah,
let's.
that's close.
I would say there's a part of me that's like I've never played any Sega thing, and I would like just like a box that had Sega
Yeah, I was
shit in
thinking
it,
about it.
that had like the greatest hits of Sega.
They already have a Sega.
what to
coming out.
do
They already
is-
have a Sega machine coming out, though.
Oh, do they?
So, Castlevania, Sonic,
Just the shit I would never play otherwise.
Oh, which Sega? Like the
And
Genesis or
both.
the Dreamcast?
Just have a both. Just have a Sega box.
the Genesis, come on.
But besides that, I'm actually going to go in a different direction here. I would like a cube, just called
The GameCube?
no, the DOS box. and just like the emulator
Have
DOS
old
box,
computer games.
but it would have like a shitload of old DOS games that are like pre-installed and all that other shit just to play it.
All right, well, you only get 5 games, though.
And without having to do like special adjustments or anything like that. And those 5 games, I would love Warcraft, Orcs, and Humans. I always wanted to try to play a King's Quest game. I know there's old Ultima games that I would like to try as well.
I think
these are mostly games that I just want to try.
I think they have the Ultima games on the Origin store. Like the first
really?
8, and then they have like Ultima Online.
Well, cool. Well, I'm talking about my fucking console right now.
All right, fine, good.
It's the Sega Genesis Ultimate Portable Gamer.
Ultimate Portable Gamer.
Genesis is the way
That's
to go.
cool.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Genesis is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, what about you?
I think that I would go with the Super Nintendo on that one, which I'm kind of hoping gets made because of this NES thing.
All right, what games?
The games that I would pick would probably be Chrono Trigger, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, Super Mario World. Oh man, so many.
Bomberman, Super Bomberman.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of games that I would pick.
Yeah, there's a fuck ton of games on the Super Nintendo.
I know.
Thinking Bugsy, or however the fuck you say his name.
Yeah,
I love that game. What else we got?
A Link to the Past.
There
would
you
be a
go.
good one.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Cameron?
I'll just leave it to
I was
like,
leaning
the rest.
towards the Sega Genesis, but since we just, that's already been created, I wouldn't mind seeing the N64 with games like GoldenEye and all those other classics, Super Smash.
Yeah, I want more than
Mortal
just
Kombat,
Donkey
just
Kong
the
64.
classics that come from the people who made the system.
And actually, I've seen a video where one guy, he took a N64, a controller, and an LCD screen, and he himself soldered it all together into this like portable thing that's like this big, but he can play the N64.
How big is this big?
I'm talking maybe
It's about 4 by 10.
It's like half a loaf of bread in length, and it's like I don't know, like how do
Can you stick it in your mouth?
Caleb penis thickness.
Oh, thank you. That's quite.
The thickness is the length of Caleb's penis. So let's say that,
Nice.
and that's pretty thin if you're thinking about it. But
I am thinking about it hard.
I think that'd be a cool thing
You know
to
what I
have.
mean.
To have someone do the N64 that way.
All right, mobile.
Either mobile or just making it a small thing with preloaded games on it.
I think they have like an emulator that you can actually put like games into that like is portable, like a gigantic Game Boy Advance that you can shove like
Yeah.
those games into. Which
How about the
is like
id
really
box?
weird.
Every game that id Software ever put out. in
Yeah,
a
that would be
box.
sweet. Get all the goods. All right. A classic console that I want with a few games.
I feel like though some of these they're kind of covered because if the console series is continued like the PlayStation or the Nintendo's, at this moment they are putting a lot of their library for download, and they started doing it during the last generation. Now it's like full scale now. So it's almost like what ones need it, and the Sega needs it. So what other things need to have modern access
Yeah,
to?
PS1 is a great console, but does it really need it? I don't think so. There's a lot of games that are already released. I would say if I were to do a PS1, I'd say Siphon Filter 1 through 3.
It's 3 of your games?
Yeah, it's 3 of my 5 games. And I'll squander the last 2 spots away
On Tony Hawk?
Yeah, Tony
Oh
Hawk
my
Pro
God,
Skater
yes.
1 and 2.
Oh man, with the moonwalk cheat on that, it was fucking amazing.
I don't know. I can't really say what I would want. I kind of like Joe's idea of old a DOS box or just something. I would say DOS box for those classic games.
Yes, the DOSBox emulator you can do any emulators, but like sometimes, like loading orcs and humans on there, you have to change certain settings and stuff like that.
And just have
I
that
would like a
preloaded.
thing that was just there and
Set to-
It's already ready.
You open the thing. There's a list of games. They're all set to play the game perfectly.
Yeah.
You just like
I would say
click on
Ultima
it and
1
go.
through 5, probably. I just go through those.
yeah, because you want to.
Yeah, because so we can do it for Ultima Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Ultima and Final Fantasy.
right.
There you go. That's what the show turns into in the end.
Yeah, it's just Ultima at the end. They're like, we went in the backwards order for sanity's sake. Did Final Fantasy first. I think that would
and
be
then
cool,
you spend like eternity on Ultima Online.
Yeah, it just takes my life. No,
Don't even
that's
say things like that.
that's kind
You're
of
giving him ideas.
that's kind of what I would want though, because like Joe said, a lot of these games are already being released. Like I can get Link to the Past on my DS. I can
Yeah,
get Link
that's
to the Past on my Wii. I can get all of these games. Spyro, I believe I can get. Cool Borders 4, I haven't even looked at. Metal Gear Solid, you can. FF7, there's like 7 million different versions.
It's true.
now.
Yeah, now it would be sweet, but
A few years ago, there wasn't.
yeah. All right, let's see what the listeners said. Shinru came in and said NES Classic comes with FF1 original, so that is cool. He would make an SNES with Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana, Earthbound, FF4 and
Earthbound would be
6,
sweet.
Super Mario RPG. Ooh,
Only
that's a good
RPG.
one.
Oh man, that's
RPGs.
Super Mario RPG. I forgot about that.
Only RPG.
Branny said an SNES Classic would be awesome. Shinru hit it on the head. Chrono, Earthbound, FF4, 6, Mario series in general, Ogre Tactics and such. I would buy it at launch. I'll probably buy the NES Classic eventually for my game room classic setup area. Corey said NES would be so much better if you could pick 30 games. I still like the idea and probably going to buy one. Gabranth said he'd go with PS1 Classic, as torn as he is between that and the SNES. He would like Suikoden 2, FF7, FF Tactics, Xenogears, and both FF Anthology and Origins, so I at least get some of my SNES games. He does miss Secret of Mana a lot, though. Felicia says Shinru for the win. SNES for sure. I still have my PS1. Yes, it has some sound issues, but it still works. And I still have my NES, which actually works better than the PS1 some days. Oddly, I miss playing Phantasy Star Online for the Dreamcast. I liked just solo areas. It's a weirdly soothing game to play. Batman, depending on how the NES Classic sells, I don't doubt they'll end up releasing an SNES Classic. And Dylan went full hog and said, I would choose the Nintendo GameCube. Games that could be included would be Super Mario Sunshine, Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker.
Oh yeah,
Legend
because
of
the
Zelda.
GameCube doesn't really have that many games that are
That great.
continuing
Yeah,
at the moment.
Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Mario Kart, Double Dash, Luigi's Mansion, Metroid Prime 1 and 2, Paper Mario, the
That's way more than
1,000-year door,
5, Dylan.
Pikmin 1 and 2, Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance, Metal Gear Solid, The Twin Snakes, Eternal Darkness, Resident Evil 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Code Veronica, Skies of Arcadia, Tales of Symphonia. This is way too much to hope for, but the GameCube needs some love.
Totally behind that freaking. Oh shit! What was that game that he mentioned? Oh yeah, Breath of Fire. No, it wasn't Breath of Fire. What the fuck was it?
Suck my dicka.
Shut up.
Okay, guys, I just had an epiphany. And it's based upon this. I think that some of these game companies with like huge series should just come out with a console
that has the series.
that has the entire series on this little console.
I was thinking about that earlier with Resident Evil. I'd be like, I think it'd be cool to just have Resident Evil.
I want the Halo box.
Or could they do it in such a way where one game leads into the next without hardly a...
You just get a Blu-ray with all those DVD games on it. It's just...
and so you finish the one game, you kind of get the final for that game, and then it just loads you into the next game.
So the Halo disc.
The Halo, I would like the Halo box.
Okay.
And the reason I would want the Halo box is like, you get all the Halos.
So-
Halos 1 through 5 and then odds and all that other shit.
I was going to say, like, do you mean like Bungie Halo, or with now they're all the
It could be
Microsoft Halo?
classic Halo, so it'd be the Bungie Halos maybe.
1, 2, 3.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Here's
good
the
Halos.
thing that you would do. It'd be like $70, and it would be the little machine that just is made to play those games. And it'd be a box.
Why
and
would
it'd
it be
have
$70?
an internet connection in it, because you got to make the computer. So you have to account for that as well. You got to have the internet connection in it. It would come with 4 controllers, right? And it would just be for LAN parties. You would take this little box thing, and you just hook up all the little boxes. You don't have to like have the gigantic setup of a regular console. It's like just this little thing, and it's like the Halo 2 machine. That's what I want, man. That's
would
what I
be pretty
want.
cool.
I would buy that.
I was thinking about that, like I said, with Resident Evil, because there are games that are exclusive to the GameCube. There are games that are exclusive to the PS2. There's PS3. There's Xbox.
It's almost like going backwards in time, because like doing these history video game podcasts where like the game was part of the system.
Yeah.
It's almost like going backwards through time. It's like, okay, so this game is part of this system, but maybe in a few years we'll just have a collection that's its own system.
Or they do developer one, so it would be the Capcom box, and it would have Mega Man, it would have Resident
That would
Evil.
have so much shit.
It would be huge. That one would
Okay.
not be $70.
See, we need to be running these companies.
Yeah.
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 The Capcom box is a beautiful idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Enix
You know what?
box.
It's just a game system that actually could use something like the NES Classic would be like the PSP.
Yeah, that's a good
Because
call.
the PSP is dead, and the only way to get those games is on the Vita. So,
Or an
And
emulator.
the Vita's
Yeah.
the Vita's been dead since it came out. So
well, the Vita died a little while ago.
It's kind of
It's
like
no longer getting first party
choking.
stuff. So,
the day the Vita died.
which is funny
Vita
because
was
Vita means
singing.
live. So, or
The Vita
life.
just wasn't very popular at all. I remember like all the hype for the next PSP, which is going to have a touch screen on the back. It's going to be a phone at the same time. All this
Yeah.
different stuff
I
that was
think that was
planning
a
on
different thing.
It was
The phone.
The Vita. I wanted one when you got it, Caleb, but then I thought about it for about 5 seconds, and I was like, "What would I use it for?" And then it was nothing. It would be like, "Oh, the PS2 game."
PSP though, through its heyday, that was like the best handheld game, the handheld console ever.
Yeah, that's good.
I loved it.
PSP was sweet.
Yep. All right. Speaking of what's sweet, what's really sweet? Fighting games. Fighting games are really sweet. Let's get into that.
Yes. All right, so we're going to be talking about fighting games this week. Have any of you guys played fighting games?
Nope,
before
let's
this
move on.
conversation?
No, fighting games suck.
Wow. You know,
Does Soul Calibur count as a fighting game?
Yeah,
yes,
that's
it is.
Okay, perfect.
It's a fighting game. You know, this is kind of weird because like fighting games are all about being better than someone else and then like entirely about Hog, and yet Caleb doesn't like him.
Yeah.
You'd think that that's like the one thing that he'd gravitate towards other than shooters because like that's exactly what they're about.
Sometimes you see Caleb like trying to figure out a situation, and like there's a moment where he has to, like the brain synapses aren't stop working a little bit, probably because of a concussion he received, and like he'll just
Force
be like,
reboot.
"Oh yeah," like there's something there. And I think that with fighting, like with shooter games, you have a second to kind of like figure out your situation. And I think with fighter games, especially if you're going against a noob who's button mashing, which I think is probably his problem with the games,
Which is your
there's less
technique?
of a reaction time. I think
fighting
you have to
games-
react quicker to
I
fighting
would
games.
say I have better reflexes than you any day.
Yeah,
So I disagree.
reflexes are a strong factor in
Wait,
shooters.
who would win in a fighting game if we just tried one right now between me and him?
Between you and him, which fighting game? Because that matters.
Mortal Kombat.
Which Mortal Kombat?
Anyone, either one that we haven't played. Both of us.
So 10? I don't think either of you have played 10 yet.
I don't think so. I have
Probably-
excellent reflexes. That's
don't
why
know if
shooters
this-
I'm so goddamn.
Yeah, so with reflexes and
Maybe
some-
on the first round with nobody knowing what they're doing, maybe Caleb. Maybe. But
we're gonna have to do
because
this.
Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat
that sounds
10
like a great
is
thing to
different
do.
from 9. So
maybe
things
things
are
is
weird.
Mortal Kombat 10 in this house.
No, and it's hard
No.
to gauge that, like because we don't know the characters well enough. Like you
Well,
have to
Joe
memorize,
knows a couple characters.
You have
just
to
because it's
memorize
Mortal
the
Kombat.
moves, and I haven't
You
played
have to
Mortal
memorize
Kombat
the
in
moves.
years.
So that's what I was going to say.
There are different.
You need to
ones
know
that I'm
which
better at.
characters are good against other characters, and you need to memorize their moveset, and that's how you get.
Joe plays like 3 guys.
You know who the worst 2 people at Smash Bros on this table are? It's me and Joe.
the only reason for that
But
is
Smash
because,
Bros is a bullshit game with no real health.
Yeah, it's
bar.
all over the place.
the only
I
reason for
can't
that
do
is
it.
because I would spend so much time at Caleb's house after school, and that's the game we would play. That's the only reason I'm better at it.
I would Mortal Kombat was my first and now only fighting game I will ever play. And
Soul Calibur
it's
actually
not
was
only
a lot of fun. I have to
no,
put that in
it's
there.
fucking not. Soul Calibur is a clunky piece of shit.
Yeah, I kind of feel
And
Soul Calibur
on
3.
top of that, by
Soul
the way,
Calibur 3.
I don't give a shit what you say about Street Fighter 2. It fucking is the slowest fucking, even turbo mode, it's the slowest fucking fighting game of all time. And it's all about the combos. How about we just have regular like fucking kicks that work? How about that? How about like we actually play a game that reacts to us when we press a button? Fucking, that's why I don't play any other fighting games, because no other fighting game comes close to Mortal Kombat in terms of like reaction time that the game has to what I am doing. And like, just, it just makes sense. And other fighting games just don't. They're like, we have to be different, so let's make our combat slower and clunkier and have the camera be bullshit while we're trying to roll around.
Yeah, Street Fighter, not Street Fighter. Jesus, Soul Calibur is that way.
Soul Calibur 3 I had a lot of fun with. I mean, it was when I had the GameCube, and then I just played that game, and I started going through the story, and I don't know, I learned a character really well, and I had a lot of fun playing as it.
Yeah, you know, if they knew how to program anything, maybe that game would be fun.
Soul Calibur is awesome.
Dude, the corruption of the memory card every two fucking seconds.
Yes.
What moron allowed that game to go to market? I swear to God, I put the fucking thing in and the game is just gone. It's like, oh, error as I'm loading my game up. No memory card problem. It's the fucking game. I had the disc resurfaced and it's still a piece of shit. And you know what else? You know what else? If someone hits me with a kick and I'm actually blocking where the fucking foot goes, I still have to block whether it's a high or a low kick, even if my fucking arms are where the kick lands. Fuck that game. Fuck it. It's so stupid. That's why Mortal Kombat is better, because you fucking
Mortal
block.
Kombat is
You just
better.
block.
Mortal Kombat just makes sense. And other ones don't. They do not make sense.
So what you're saying is you prefer like the flat platform to the to like where the 3D kind
Yes.
of arena is?
Yeah,
Yes.
because the 3D, it's based on the move, not the actual fucking animation that they're making at me. And I'm like, they're doing a low kick, but I'm totally crouched and holding like this, covering
you
every
have to
bit
be
of
a
me. And it's
mind
like,
reader instead of playing the game.
yeah. Although the campaign mode in 3 was really cool, where you'd go through and find go on the map and you'd go to the next zone and fight someone at a castle.
Yeah,
That was really cool. But the fucking game corrupted my data every 2 seconds, so I could never get very far in it.
I did that. I was able to do
I've
that
never had
without
that
it
problem.
corrupting.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was the PS2. I don't fucking know, but it was like all the
It did
time.
corrupt for me, but it was like after a while.
I never had a problem at all with any corrupting of data.
I don't know, but like I did everything I could. I got a fucking new copy of it. I wanted to love it, but it wouldn't let me.
What do people actually like besides seeing their favorite Nintendo characters? What the fuck do people actually like about Smash Bros? How about, okay, not only seeing their favorite characters, but also seeing their characters really, really fucking tiny on the screen for large portions of whatever they're seeing.
For Smash Bros, I think it's more like it's supposed to be kind of like a party game. Like
is, yeah.
it's not generally what like a normal fighting game is. With Smash Bros, like
shittier. Go ahead.
with Smash Bros, it adds a lot of elements to it with like the characters. Every character having an easy to use special move. Like all their moves are like pretty much the same. You know, you like have the over B, the up B, the just regular B move, whatever. And then
It's funny that this is a party game, but I swear to God, the more social anxiety you have, the better you are at that game.
Yeah,
well,
that's
'cause
true.
you play it all the time, I guess. And then
See, I've never played through the story mode like he has.
I have played through the story mode, and I still suck fucking ass at that game.
I only played it with other people, and I have it's the group element that makes it fun. Just like how
Yeah.
LAN parties make Halo so much more fun, being able to play with a group of people and then win is a real fun experience.
Yeah, but Halo's also a game I would play by myself.
Yeah, but Halo-
Smash Bros is not.
Halo,
Yeah,
the
Halo, I
bullet
would.
goes where you shoot.
So you wouldn't like
And
Battlefield.
people have a certain amount of health.
No, Joe doesn't like Battlefield.
I
for that.
fucking hate
I
Battlefield.
love it. I love that realism. I love watching. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
but
I was playing Battlefield
Melee
1.
is still not realist. That's not the
I was
reason you like
watching
Melee.
someone running up across this arch, and I just like they were like, I don't know how far away they were. It is not up to the date where it calculates how far you shoot. But he was like running up this arch. I was way back, and I just calculated his run with him going up, and then the bullet drop and everything. And just perfect. And it's that sense of satisfaction that makes it worth it.
Yeah.
I do like sniping in Battlefield.
Then we have
It's just so
COD where it's just
satisfying.
this douche like quick scope bullshit.
And then people make fun of you if you hard scope with air quotations. If you actually use your scope for its intended purpose, you are laughed at.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a douchebag. He was hard scoping. That's how come he got the shot. No, fucking duh. That's what it's for.
I aimed my weapon and fired. You just like pulled it up a little bit and pulled the trigger. Yeah, stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that orgy was real nice.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. So tell me what else is so great about Smash Bros. Melee that
Well, are you talking just Melee or the entire series?
anything?
Well,
I don't see a fucking. I played both Brawl and Melee. You know what the fucking difference is? Nothing. They still suck.
There's some
Are
character
differences.
mechanics, but
Yeah, there's character mechanics and like there's like some random shit that happens. My brother is more into it than I am, but for like Smash Bros, like Cam said, it's more like being able to play with like a shit ton of people at once. Like
Have
that's
you
something
seen
that
some of the
doesn't happen.
tournaments that happen surrounding it and how much money people earn from playing Super
no,
Smash?
because I have no interest in that game because it blows ass.
Well, what about the one for the Wii U? It has like cloud and shit on it now.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter if it has cloud on it.
yeah.
It does not. Cloud being in a game does not make it a good game.
No, we know that for sure.
Yeah.
Play Dirge, yeah, he's
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, he appears for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Tries to take the game back.
It doesn't matter, dude.
You know, Ragdoll
See,
Kung Fu.
I just asked you. I said, what do they like
Ragdoll
besides
Kung Fu is
seeing
amazing.
their characters?
Yeah,
and then you told me it also has cloud in it. Thanks.
Well, no, I was,
freaking fish in
I was-
the
that was
basket?
specifically
Awesome.
for you. For the game itself, it's more just like being able to play with other people while playing as your favorite characters.
Yeah, it's
and
the
then
party.
it has like the items in it, which you can use to like screw people over. Get the like in the Wii one and beyond, it has like the smash ball where you get it and you activate like a super move.
Got the smash ball.
Yeah, it's all about just like the interaction with your friends, just like kicking their asses.
Yeah,
like
that's why it's a different kind of game, because Mortal Kombat, for the most part, there's some environment that you can react with, but everyone can do it, right?
Yeah.
With Smash Bros, every game is going to be different. Every item drop will be different, and you can like win in a decisive moment by using something bullshit that popped up at the last
Sorry,
second.
you can win? How do you know that? You don't ever actually know if you can win.
I've won before. I've won at
Oh,
Smash.
he'll be at like 620%.
Oh, yeah,
Still
damage,
not get
yeah,
off
yeah.
the goddamn map.
well, that's because certain characters are bigger and tankier than other characters.
And you have to hit him with a super move.
because
to
my
knock him
God,
off.
we can't just have a regular health bar
Well, you can actually do that.
as
That's
a
another
default.
Thing, that's another thing.
like
that
every
you can-
other fucking fighting
that's-
game on the fucking planet.
That's another thing that you can do.
This
Like,
bullshit percentage system that makes no sense.
it does make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
And you,
does
if you
not
don't
make
like
sense.
it, Joe,
if
you
pay
can
attention
change
to it
it
for
to
like
help.
2 seconds, you understand it.
Yeah, I get it. Bigger percentage means sometimes they'll go off the map.
Yeah.
Occasionally they'll go off the
No,
map.
the higher percentage, the more your attacks actually throw them back until eventually they do go off the map.
Unless you do a super attack, and then you can knock them off even earlier.
Pretty much, yeah.
It is annoying, though.
There are items
Still
that
doesn't make any
automatically do
sense.
it.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, there's a lot of customizing you can do in the Smash Bros. Games. Like you can change it to health, or you can make it so everybody is really big, or everybody's really small, everybody's really fast, things like that. And I think that is another thing that adds to the game, like as well as like that you have a certain amount of lives, or you have to beat these guys within this amount of time, or
You
stuff
call
like
it
that.
a party game, but I've never seen a Smash Bros. Game that didn't do this. There's two guys who know what they're doing every time, more than anybody else playing the game. And what happens is that the worst person is picked off really early, and then the next worst person, and the next worst person, and they're picked off in the first fucking 5 minutes. And then we have to wait 10 minutes before the two people who know what they're doing in the game kill each other.
Yeah, I can understand
that's
that,
the
but
pattern.
that's like
Tell me about this party game that's going on. No. We played it other places. It's the same fucking situation.
Yeah,
it's always the last two really good players
kind of
are just after each other.
So you
might as well play the 2-player Mortal Kombat
can't get better.
and play a decent game.
You're playing against gods. You don't get better by
You gotta
playing
get a
against
character,
gods.
and you gotta get good.
No. This is Caleb's idea of bringing you into a fighter game or any type of game. It's just like, no, he doesn't ease you in. He doesn't let you kind of get a hang of what the controls do. It's just, no, it's his fist up your ass immediately. He's like, oh, you'll learn that way. No, I don't have fucking time to learn the controls, because here's the moment where I get to learn what the controls do, but I don't have that moment because you are fighting me immediately.
Either that or we get into this.
Give you a moment to go over the controls.
Oh.
Then,
Or it's just this one moment where Caleb feels so powerful. It's like, oh, he's never played this game before.
I
I'll beat
have
him.
power over another person.
Yeah.
Yes.
One time in his life. No, and it's also annoying playing Mortal Kombat and stuff because everyone will pull up their moves list. They'll be like, oh, give me a sec. And they'll pull up a moves list. I'm like, oh, okay, this one's this. This one's back, square, back, X. And I don't want to do that because I want to play the game. I don't want to sit there and look at a fucking menu screen forever. And I think that's what turns me off from the fighter is when we're all playing and we're like, all right, whoever loses, so Joe and I just like kind of rotate back and forth to playing and not playing with you two.
tournament style.
Yeah, you guys are looking at move lists, and I'm not interested in that. And for me to not be interested in that and be successful, I would have to play the game as much as you guys and look at the move list on my own time, because it's not fun to play a game where you're sitting in the fucking menu watching someone else look at a list of moves that he's going to punk your anus with in about 10 seconds. That's not a fun game.
Yeah, I understand your frustration with that, but mostly it's because like nobody plays the game often enough to remember like what it is, because like we don't play fighting games very often, and I want to, but it's mostly like knowing the characters. Like I kind of know what Scorpion does, and I know how to do his moves, and so I generally play Scorpion because that's who I'm best with. But then I'll try to play other characters, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to take a second to look at their moves so I don't get completely anally fisted by Joe, who's just going to spam one move. Like that's what I want to do.
I spam at least 2.
Yeah. Tell that to Shiva.
I remember.
Well, in that case,
I remember playing Mortal Kombat on the Sega Genesis, and I played the what's his name, the main character basically, and he has his fireball move. Just spam that for up and down, up and down, up and down, and and then you can't get past it because this is a fireball for your up and down. So you have to like.
Yeah, those games are brutal playing the campaign. They're rough, man.
Yeah.
all right. So tell us about shooter games or
Shooter games?
fighting games.
All right. Well,
There's only one good fighting game, and it's called Mortal Kombat.
That is not
You can
true.
take your Tekken, you can take your Punch Out, and you can shove them up your asses.
Punch Out is really different from a normal
I understand
fighting
that.
game.
I've never played it. That's why I said it.
Tekken is also really
you can
weird.
still take it and shove it up your ass because I'm never changing my fighting game. My fighting game shall always be Mortal Kombat.
You got to try some of the later Street Fighters. They're faster, and I think you'd probably like at least 4. Street Fighter 4 is really good.
What was that one that had like Darth Vader and shit? Oh, that was Soul Calibur.
Yeah, Soul Calibur 4.
That's okay. Yeah, I've tried that. It's
Darth
clunky.
Vader is awesome. It's not clunky. You just have to know how
Soul
to play.
Calibur is clunky. We had this discussion.
It's not clunky. You
it's
just don't
slower.
understand.
It's a
that-
slow ass fucking fighting
Yeah,
game.
because it takes more. Because it's like a 3-dimensional game that you have to understand what's going to happen when you do shit. You can't just spam moves.
I don't go
and then
backwards,
win.
man. It's like playing FF8 and then playing FF9. You do not go backwards in the speed. you either stay at the same or you go forwards. Once you play Mortal Kombat, the ultimate fast fighting game, you will never go back to the slow fighting game.
And see, I generally like to gravitate to the characters who are faster, but the trade-off for that is they take damage easier too. But I always gravitate towards those fast, like they can quickly do damage and back off real fast.
In Mortal Kombat in general, most of the characters are the same speed.
There are
some where their moves are less so.
It's a trade-off. Like the
actual
move doesn't
kicking
do
and shit.
It's like it's a trade-off. The move doesn't do as much damage, but you can land more blows in the time that it takes them to land one.
Yeah, that's true. And those characters are generally really good. But
That's why I
anyway.
have Cyrax the entire time in Mortal Kombat
That's why
3
I'm
because
Fox
it's fast as
and,
fuck.
and Super Smash, and then I am the Japanese Robin Hood dude in Soul Calibur.
The Japanese Robin Hood. Oh, okay. I know
What,
who you're
Link?
talking about. No, fuck. What's his name?
He's the guy who wears a mask and has his flag on his back. Like,
Yoshimitsu.
Yeah, Yoshimitsu.
Yeah,
That's what
that's who he is. Yeah, that guy's pretty cool. I like him. He
some
like pogo sticks on
he
his
has like
sword.
some pretty funky moves.
Pucka,
where
pucka, pucka.
He pogo sticks
Fast
on his
song.
sword, and then he'll do his helicopter sword thing. And
Yeah, that guy's pretty fun to play.
He does his sword. Is that what he does, Cameron?
He was doing the helicopter.
I'm just sitting here spinning, guys. It's just I'm just sitting here spinning, and you can't.
spinning on the chair that
Damn it,
doesn't
stop
spin.
doing that.
It's really ticking Joe off.
It is.
All right, so the first fighting game to use like fist fighting was an arcade game called Heavyweight
Called
Champ
boxing.
in 1976.
Like a skull.
Yeah, and then but it was Karate Champ, which like made it popular for the one-on-one martial arts games in arcades in 1984, and then in 1985 there was another game called ER Kung Fu. I don't know how to say that. It's really weird. It featured antagonists with different fighting styles, and then Way of the Exploding Fist further made the genre popular on home systems. And then in 1987, Street Fighter was introduced with like hidden special attacks. And then in 1991, Capcom made Street Fighter 2, which made it more popular and refined a lot of like its kind of moves and stuff. And then the fighting games became like really big in the mid 1990s, especially in arcades. And it spawned a bunch of like really popular fighting games, like Mortal Kombat, King of Fighters, Tekken, Virtua Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, Guilty Gear, and Killer Instinct.
Okay.
And then the genre's popular kind of stagnated as games became more complicated, and the arcades began to lose their audience because the consoles were getting bigger. So yeah, that's a little history on fighting games right there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Maybe we should get into them a little more. It is kind of a...
I'll have to admit, like as a kid, I had tons of fun playing Soul Calibur 3. I'm just gonna say it.
Fighting
I had a
games
lot
are
of
great
fun.
to play with other people,
Yeah.
except for Soul Calibur. That's
I had tons of fun. I had tons of fun playing Mortal Kombat on the Sega Genesis too.
Yeah, I loved it.
But I have to say, at that age though, I had more fun playing the NBA Jam.
Yeah.
As a kid, that was the
NBA
ultimate
Jam.
prove your manhood game.
we should... we'll have to
maybe
see...
it's fun. Yeah.
We'll have to see who's better at fighters when we get to Dissidia Final Fantasy.
Shit.
Skull Haiti was saying that one of the end bosses is like ridiculous in the fight. And he said we're going to probably have some problems. He had faith in me. Strangely, even though we've never ever streamed a fighting game.
Don't think I've ever had too much problem with action games.
Yeah, no, the action games are fine.
Now, if it's a platformer, then I'll have problems on level 3.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Whatever the third least difficult level, I'll have issues on it.
I would say that fighters might be my weak point, actually. That might be.
Fighters are definitely my weak point too.
I give them like no love, therefore I don't get better.
Because you don't play them.
Like that, yeah, exactly.
Gotta give them a
and then
chance,
I
and
never
then you'll
play
like,
RP.
probably enjoy
I never
them.
play
Take a chance.
freaking
take a chance.
turn based games, and so I don't know how well I play those either because I just never play them.
Yeah.
I'm too bored by it.
You don't know that, though, if you haven't played it. That's what bugs me about saying
I have played like an hour of
Green Eggs and Ham.
What
What's
Final
the lesson
Fantasy?
from Green Eggs and Ham?
10. I played like a little bit of 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 10 is definitely turn-based.
And then I'm just like, no, thank you. I don't want to play this.
I love 10.
All right, were you turned off by the combat or by Titus?
It's like, I don't want it to be like, okay, I hit you. Crap, I missed. Now I wait for you to hit me. Okay, now it's my turn to hit you. That's just fucking stupid.
You're
You
going to
can-
have to nominate a turn-based game.
You can make 10 fast as fuck, though. If you know what you're doing, it is like one of the fastest games in the series. You just get into the fight, you hit X, your guy goes, the next guy goes, they go, you go. I know it is turn-based still, but you can make
It's just
it
like
fast.
it's like when you're actually fighting, there's just so much stuff going on at the same time. It's just like you don't just sit there and let them hit you.
Joe always does wait, though, in the games. So Joe always sits there and lets them, not necessarily sits there and lets them hit you, but you can, like, slow the game.
Wait is default.
Not all the time.
Every single time it's default.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. We've been over this before.
It isn't default.
It is definitely default.
No,
And there was a point where you're like, no, I have it always on act. And then we looked into your game. I can't remember which one it was on. It was on fucking wait.
That was after years. When I was playing 4 on the PS1, it was active. When I was playing 7, it's active. You have to change it to wait.
Well, I don't usually. Well, I might have changed it to wait. I think I had to change it to wait for 7 because of the speed through. A different time that we played it. Anyway, yeah.
All right, so with fighting games, like, what do you guys think about them, like, adding in special characters to the fighting games? Like, does it seem like it's a cash grab to you?
It's not going to make me get the game.
It's a cash grab.
What about stuff like DC versus Marvel Universe?
That game's okay.
Also cash grab.
You mean, Marvel versus Capcom?
Marvel versus
And
Marvel versus Capcom.
what's the other one, Craig, that you had? Injustice?
Oh, yeah, Injustice.
I'm 1-0 in that game.
Yeah, you played once, and then you beat me by button mashing, and then you gave up.
I don't think it was button mashing.
No, you were button mashing.
Dude, that's what a fighter is.
No, it's not.
It is. That's how you win.
No, it isn't.
Lies.
I actually try to do.
He'll take the game at some other point, and like Cameron said, he'll feel power over you because you haven't played the game yet, and he's not going to like go easy or anything like that.
It might be.
He doesn't. He never goes easy.
It might be a more
learning
tactical
curve.
version of button mashing, but you're literally sitting there spamming moves. That's mashing the buttons. In a tactically...
In a technical sense, yes, I'm button mashing by pressing
well, that's
them.
what it is.
Well, yeah. You probably lost because you just had your hands up.
Yeah, just fucking not touching it at all.
Because I don't want to button mash. I don't want to be one of those. So I'll just
By that line of
sit.
thinking, every game's a button masher.
Except turn-based, right?
No, even still.
Then, it's still XXXXX because all you're doing is attacking.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
You're leveled, yeah.
All right.
I do think those are cash grabs, though, like the Yoda.
Well, it was
character for Soul Calibur 4.
Kind of, yeah. It depends because it was like it was like a system exclusive. So you get like they did that with Soul Calibur 2, where if you got it for the Xbox, you got Spawn. If you got it for the PS2, you got Heihachi from Tekken, and if you got it on GameCube, you got Link. And then for I don't know if they got one for Xbox, but on the PS3, if you played Mortal Kombat 9, you got Kratos.
Oh, yeah.
And that was cool. I enjoyed playing as fucking Kratos in Mortal Kombat 9. He was fucking awesome.
Strangely slower in combat, though.
It kind of, yeah. But he had some sweet-ass moves. And then also, they had Freddy Krueger in Mortal Kombat 9, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then they have a bunch of horror people coming in for Mortal Kombat 10. They had I think Leatherface, and then they had Predator and the Xenomorph from Alien.
I would say those are kind of cash grabs, though. I mean, they're cool. They're cool little additions, but they're like, hey, look, you can play as
when you're in a fighter
Predator
game, how much can you really change from the way this game works from the previous game, especially in the later generations, where you've pretty much eked out what you want the engine to be like and what the move bases are going to be. What else can you change? What further interest can you drive people to want to buy your next iteration of the
I
game?
would say the
Mortal
biggest...
Kombat 9 and 10 are
that's a big
pretty
gap.
different because
Are they different in a good way, though?
No,
Different
yeah.
from the
I would
previous
say
entries, yeah.
in some ways Mortal Kombat 10
Mortal
has good
Kombat
stuff,
had a
but
dark period between the PlayStation era and the PlayStation 2 era. It did. And then the Mortal Kombat Ultimate Mortal, or whatever the big one, Armageddon, I think.
yeah.
That had all the characters on it. That game was kind of a mediocre Mortal Kombat.
But, generally the feel, how much, unless you are up in those games all the time, how do you encourage people to keep wanting to buy the next title? And so the only way to do that is this game,
more
you get
characters.
to have these characters.
You're right.
Yeah. It is,
So,
but
I mean, in a sense, is it a cash grab, or is it just trying to keep interest alive in their game? And then by selling the game, that's a cash grab.
Well, it's kind of more like the inclusion of having really popular characters from like outside stuff. Like, I mean, they brought in Predator and Xenomorph and Leatherface and Freddy Krueger and Jason. Like, what the fuck? Like, some of those guys like have no place in Mortal Kombat, and yet they've added them.
I mean, Super Smash, Brawl, it's like, oh fuck, you can play as Solid Snake.
Well,
that's awesome because you want to play as him, and it's the same thing with these other games that they're bringing in extra characters because the people are like, oh yeah, I want to fight as that guy because he's freaking awesome in his own standalone thing.
Well, Snake was on a Nintendo system before, and that's why they used him. But
back in the old days,
Smash Bros is kind of different because that's like the premise of the game is to have all these characters from like really popular Nintendo titles. But like with adding the other guys to like Kratos to the Mortal Kombat 9, it's like what purpose does that serve?
Yeah, I think 9 is much more fun than 10 though. I like playing that.
I enjoy 9 a lot too. 10 has weird
Did you
stuff.
say earlier that you haven't played 10?
No, Caleb doesn't think I have, but we brought it over here. I think.
Oh yeah,
were
we did
both
play
here.
like one match.
Yeah,
I think
because I've got trophies that show.
you do have like one trophy.
It shows that I'm a gimp in a game, and it shames me.
Yeah, well, with Mortal Kombat 10, like it has this thing where you can choose which kind of fighting style you want each character to have, and that's I don't really like that.
Is 9 the one with the bone crunch thing? Where you get like the
You
X-ray
do that in
view?
both of them. The X-ray attack is in both.
Okay.
We're going to have to review a fighting game at some point.
We really
I
are.
I might nominate one on our next round.
I would be all for doing Mortal Kombat 9.
Well, you played it already. Actually, that is one I have.
I do have Mortal Kombat 9, but I have never actually completed the story.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I might be nominating that at some point.
I did
Nice.
beat Mortal Kombat 10, though.
Because at this point,
that's a
I'm
4-hour
I'm
story.
unemployed, and thus will only be nominating games that I own and have not beaten. And thus should be cheap for you guys, by the way.
See, that's another bonus when you want to look at something like the Super Nintendo console and the Sega Genesis portable handheld, because you get like 50 plus games for that price.
Yeah,
you just
more for the
knock them
hog,
out and just
right?
hog it up. Yeah.
Okay. Least favorite fighter and favorite fighter.
Least favorite fighter? Oh, man. You'll have to come back to me on that one.
Okay, Cameron.
Least favorite fighter and favorite fighter. I played Street Fighter. I don't remember. It's the one where she has ridiculously huge thighs, if you know what I'm talking about.
4.
Is there
And I didn't enjoy it
a
very
fighting
much.
game without a woman with ridiculous thighs?
No, we're talking like the thighs of Zeus.
Yeah, they're
On a
crazy.
female. But I didn't like that game too much. And then I really don't like some of those Dragon Ball Z fighters. I mean, they were fun for a moment, but then I just playing with Caleb, I'm like, it's okay. Favorite fighter, I would have to say, is Mortal Kombat on the Sega Genesis.
Oh, okay.
That's not even as bad as it gets, dude.
Is that the first Mortal Kombat? Just regular Mortal Kombat?
On the Sega Genesis, I think so.
Okay.
She has thighs that are easily bigger than she is on like her.
Oh, Jesus.
They go kind of heavily stylized on that one.
Like, if you look at the more recent one, it's just super,
Oh, man.
Her thighs are bigger than her 2 breasts put together, and those are big. We're talking big breasts.
she
here.
does have thunder thighs.
That's thunder.
It's
and
like it's like
lightning.
you look at those thighs.
is.
She's okay. Grab that picture next to the figure of her. Down. No. Go down. Left.
Jesus.
Left. Up. Right.
Too much visual stuff for the podcast.
See, look at those. Look at those. She's not fat. You're thinking she's going to crush your whole livelihood with those.
Yeah, it's like
She's got
She
Godzilla's
spent
legs.
her entire life training her legs.
yeah.
It's like that. It's like Lady in the Water, where he trained
How
like
many
half
times
of his
does
body.
Lady in the Water come
I
up on
don't
the
know,
show?
but it has a point right here. She's
Oh my
trained the
God.
lower body.
Oh, my God. Okay. What's your favorite? You said that. Mortal Kombat.
My least favorite fighter is my experience with him is so low.
I have to say, yeah.
The one that you groan the most about when someone says, let's play this.
Smash.
Smash Bros.
Yeah. I
Brawl
don't want
or
to play.
Melee?
It doesn't matter. I'm bad at all of them. And it's such a game that you can't just start to get a little better when you're playing with other people. You need to play by yourself. Mortal Kombat, you can kind of like, oh, okay, I figured out this move for this character. Cool. I know it now. I remember it. This game, no, it's just too crazy, and I'm always really bad at it. Favorite one, I'm gonna have to go Mortal Kombat as well. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with Ragdoll Kung Fu, Fist of Fury.
That is a fucking fun game.
Was it a free game?
It was at the time.
You got it for free.
About 12 times better than
a
Super
free game.
Smash.
It's just we've had so many untold hours of fun playing the fish in the basket game.
We should play that and we should stream it.
Yes,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We should stream that game.
Oh god, that game is amazing.
Yeah, I put more time into that one than probably any other fighter game. It's a lot of fun.
It's a
little
still
slower.
have my frog guy on there.
I do. Everything's still there.
Yes.
So.
I would say Mortal Kombat 3 for the Super NES. It's like Mortal Kombat on steroids, and it's fucking amazing. I
one's your
do really
favorite?
like Mortal Kombat 9, and it reminds me a lot of Mortal Kombat 3, but the fatalities or the super moves or whatever that you do once per game to get ahead.
The
Those
X-ray attacks.
those are cheap, and it kind of cheapens Mortal Kombat 9 in comparison to Mortal Kombat 3, where you really, I mean, it's just such a smooth, wonderful experience.
I don't think so. I think that the X-ray attacks kind of give it.
I mean, you both have the option for it. So
Yeah, you
it's-
both have the option for it, and it can be either a desperation attack to like come back, or it can be like the thing that finishes them off for you.
I don't know. It takes too much health. It's like it takes the challenge away from
Well,
it.
it depends on the character.
Yeah, it does depend on the character. You're right, and it depends on where the character is placed, depending on the character.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't dig it.
It's just another move in your arsenal. I think it's fine.
I don't love it. Least favorite Super Smash Bros. Whichever one was on the fucking 64, because it's already clunky. I guess it's not a clunky game. It's just a game that makes no sense. But then you add the clunkiness of 64.
The controller? Oh my
Just
God.
not just the controller, but the actual system itself it's not as good as the systems that came after it. And I would say the same thing with like as far as like Mario Kart, which is kind of the tie-in game. I always try to be like, let's not play Smash Bros. Let's play Mario Kart, guys, because that's a fun game.
Because that's a game you are okay at. So
And I'm okay, and I'm not the best at it, but I enjoy my time in Mario Kart.
Except the Wii U one. I don't like the Wii U.
I love the Wii U.
The Wii U one is pretty fun.
Is it the Wii or the Wii U one that you and I are playing? Where you like customize the wheels and shit like
That's
that?
the Wii U one.
I can't stand it. It's so dumb.
Why?
I fucking love it.
Because it's Gran Turismo. Fucking bullshit. If I wanted to play Gran Turismo, I'd play Gran Turismo. When I'm playing Mario Kart, I just want it to be,
I didn't like the kart choosing.
Yeah, because I'm
in that
playing
one.
Donkey Kong and he's this fat fuck,
But
and he
I
can't
love-
stay on the fucking track.
I love the feel of
choose
it
the wrong wheel.
with the controller, and I love the
fucking
the maps on that one.
Yeah, the maps are really cool.
But yeah, I would have to say my least favorite one is like that the two times that I've ever been at a thing, and it was like we're doing the 64 version of Smash Bros, and it's like, let's not.
I'd rather play Donkey Kong
I'd
little versus mode.
rather cut my dick in
The
half.
Donkey Kong versus mode is fun.
Dude,
I
with
know.
with like the peanut and the watermelon gun, all sort. Oh man, we need to play that.
I need to get
Fighter
that.
game of choice.
Yeah. I need to get that stupid little
I suck.
RAM
I
slot.
suck. See, look, I can suck at a fighter game, and if it's a fun game like Ragdoll Kung Fu, I can still enjoy myself and
Yeah.
still suck ass at it. But Smash Bros is fuck that game.
Yeah, it's not for me either.
All right, favorite and least favorite.
All right, so my least favorite would probably be a game I played called Skullgirls. I did not enjoy that game at all. There's like an entire
Skullgirls.
series called Guilty Gear. Didn't care for that one either.
So you're going into more unknown territory.
Yeah, stuff like you
we're
guys
like Soul
have no
Calibur.
idea exists.
The only games I know about are Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, Super Smash Bros, and Tekken. That's like
You don't know what
The series.
Street Fighter
And then
is?
we're arguing
and
about
Street Fighter.
We're
Yeah.
arguing about those.
Dead or
Those are like
Alive.
the
Those are
ones,
the big ones,
Those are the big
yeah.
ones with like developer money behind it. And he's all pointing out the ones that don't have any development money. behind it.
And I'm sure someone's like, they didn't talk about Tekken like at all. It's because I haven't played Tekken very much.
I have
very
played
little.
Tekken, but I don't know if I like Tekken as much. Like, I enjoy Dead or Alive more than I
What
like
about the
Tekken.
Bouncer, huh? What about that game?
I have never played the Bouncer.
That's all right. You
have
don't
played
have
that
to.
There are weird mixed reviews for that game.
We
I
have to
have
play
played that
air
game.
gaze for UFF.
And it's funny how you're playing it, and you can buy new moves
be
like
fun.
the uppercut and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the Bouncer sucks. But
it was an interesting game.
And I
It's
think that
weird,
my favorite fighting game would probably be either Super Street Fighter 4 or Mortal Kombat 9. I really enjoy both of those. And then like a bonus one, don't know if you'd count it though, is like, I can't remember the name of this Godzilla game, but it's one for the Wii U.
Oh,
Where you
man.
can play all of the monsters.
Oh, sweet.
Including like Jet Jaguar.
Do you fight
and
each
shit.
other?
Yeah, you fight each other. And
Dude, I need to get some Godzilla games. I
fucking
know that
awesome.
they're like kind of mediocrely
Oh.
reviewed, but I don't give a shit.
no, this one for the Wii, I swear to God, it's like the greatest thing in the world. Like, you can play as Mothra in the larva form, and then you can just like go into Cocoon and then turn into Mothra whenever the fuck you want.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it's so awesome. Oh, God.
Is it the newest one?
I don't know. I'd have to look at it again.
Because there is kind of a newer one I've seen for PS4.
Oh, no, it's not that one.
Okay.
Because that one has like the new Godzilla. This one is like an older one from like a few years ago. It was like on the Wii. Like, I think solely.
oh, nice.
right,
Well, it means
all
we
right.
could play it.
Yeah. It's,
Okay.
it was fucking awesome.
Anything else about you fighter games anybody wants to bring up?
I think we're good.
I would like to know from our audience what's your favorite fighter game, and what ones should we give a second chance to or check out? Or
Yeah.
I'm sure Dylan will be like, Smash Bros is the greatest thing of all time, dickhead, and then write a 12-page post about it.
Yeah. About like a half-true incident that took place.
Oh, we're talking about two different things. I'm referencing what he said on the forum about Pokemon.
Oh, the yellow?
But
Oh, it is
that's a
depending yellow,
question
yeah.
for a future date. Because
Yeah, it is.
We answer the questions in order.
Yeah, so take that, you fuck.
It's odd to me that Dylan's listening to my shows now.
I didn't know he was.
That's what's freaking
I knew
me
he
out.
was. I was aware.
How dare you not reveal this?
Now I'll have to be careful about what I say about him.
Except for
Just
with
go back to
Smash.
calling him D.
That's all right. He's not the best Dylan at Smash Bros in the area, so. Doesn't matter.
that guy moved to Colorado.
Oh, shit. Maybe he is now.
Yeah.
That guy trashed him, though. I was like, wow, this guy's like 50 million times better than I am at this game.
Jeez.
Yeah, we went to a party and Dylan came to pick us up because we were drunk.
Yeah.
And then Dylan stayed to play games for a little while.
And Dylan lost.
Oh, and also Dylan came with me. I was like, the two Dylans have to face off because these two Dylans were like the best at these games.
Yeah.
And so I had to see that happen. And Dylan, got beat at both Mario Kart and at Smash Bros.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a good time.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I think we have an iTunes review.
we do have an iTunes review. I was about to play the no iTunes review song. I thought today was going to be the day that we were going to implement it. And we actually got one from
we actually did, yeah.
from the True North, Canada. We got a Canadian iTunes review, and I would like to say, by the way, guys, basically from our last winter on, we do have a movie that we have purchased in order to review in a few weeks.
And we're changing the order, too, so we will be reviewing this much sooner than the previous order of our
They don't
episodes
know the
was.
order, though. They just live with whatever we say. we do have an official order of things.
Well, we changed it, so this is going to be something in a few weeks.
Yeah, we get
opposed
movie
to months.
reviews twice as often.
Yeah.
This is Street Fighter.
Oh, yes. All of you who have left us reviews and future reviews are eligible to win this magnificent extreme edition of the 1995 classic Street Fighter. I think it was 95. I don't know. It is 94. Fuck you.
94.
Same thing.
The people in 95 are not. It's not the same thing.
You lie.
Yeah. All right. So what does our dear friend from Canada say?
It's titled Be Always in the Nude, Enjoying the Grind. 5-star review by JSN Rogers. If you like their Ultima Final Fantasy podcast, then you will love this one. Same old Caleb and Joe back and forth, but now they have Cam and Caleb Craig to make fun of. Join the gang.
More fodder.
Yeah, join the game as they complain about diet, exercise, and money while also fitting in the occasional video game segment. You'll become uncomfortably familiar with their lives with background facts, such as Caleb paying down his mortgage, Joe drawing dicks, Cam occasionally no-showing, Caleb Craig cheating at hog status with indie games and comic books, and the mysterious Dylan. You'll become invested in their lives. Will Joe find yet another hobby?
Conversation about Dylan. That's what's funny. All right.
You'll become invested in their lives. Will Joe find yet another hobby, but not a job? Will Caleb finally snap on an 11-hour Twitch stream? And will Cam actually show up? Will the police find the mysterious Dylan's body? You'll simply love this band of misfits and care about their struggles.
Come on.
They put an amazing amount of time and effort into each episode. And oh man, the celebrity
We did
guests.
record them. We are here for a while. Let's be clear.
Dave Mustaine. Okay, it's a work in progress. But there are local celebrities like Caleb's girlfriend, Cam's brother, Joe's sister's ex, Spencer. Deep reference.
That is not a celebrity. That is a fuckwad.
If you like ball busting, witty banter, and video games, you will love this show. So go subscribe and make your own 5-star review.
Oh,
That's a strong start for this
Dude,
here
I
Street
know,
Fighter.
Okay, guys. Your job is to try to beat this review.
Yeah, otherwise that guy's totally getting Street Fighter.
And if you're in the UK, please still leave us a review, but you just won't get the movie.
Shipping is just too much.
It's sick.
Did you look it up?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like $100 for a mug.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We had to order the mug somewhere else.
What we could do is just order a copy of it, but it won't have the nice little message
what
from
you
us.
can
Or
try to do
signatures.
is like go onto the Amazon version of the UK version of Amazon and order it from there and just have it shipped to his house.
Yeah.
I can, but
I can do that.
this is all about us having it, and it was the one we watched.
Yeah, because we got to sign it.
That and their DVD players won't be able to play that.
That's very true.
Are they region locked?
Yeah.
DVD
DVDs
players?
are region locked.
That is fucking lame.
It's just, I mean, unless they're like, oh, yeah, I got a DVD player that plays them all.
Yeah, I guess.
There were early
Also-
Blu-rays that were region locked too.
Wow, I
They just have to send
Didn't
them a
realize.
Blu-ray player from us.
yeah. Make it even more.
Nope. Not
Yeah,
doing
go
it.
for it though, and please leave us your reviews. We really appreciate it. Helps the show out a lot. Helps us know that you're out there
Yeah, please, God.
and that you care.
Like, we know that the UFF guys are out there, but Nude Clan is a smaller show. And when we don't have any feedback, it makes us sad.
Yeah, plus it
We
makes
need
it
the love.
It makes it hard to grow as a show. It does. As far as like the listener base and the amount of people we have voting on the games, the widespread variety is kind of what we're trying to hit, and it's a disgustingly saturated market for all gaming shows. So guys that are out there,
We did get the nice boost of having
really
the bigger
help us.
show first.
we did, yeah.
I would like to see, I mean, we don't talk numbers, but if I could see someone else's video game show, like, I wonder what Watch Out for Fireballs, like, first 6 months were like.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet they were shit.
probably. It's tough, man. It's a lot of work. But honestly, as long as you keep going, it helps. It just builds.
Yeah, that's fair.
It doesn't really get smaller.
Okay. Well, I think that's going to be it for our main section of the episode. Let's get fat. Caleb Craig, what's up?
Just watching movies that I need to for my
For your what?
special thing that's going down.
What? Sorry, someone actually went down.
Yeah, everybody went down.
God.
It was an event, and you did not want to see it.
No, I didn't.
It got nasty.
He didn't even want to see it.
I didn't want to see it, and I was there.
Thankfully, he couldn't.
Yeah, thankfully my eyes were glued shut.
No, that's not why.
They're like front gut prison.
Yeah, you couldn't see.
So you've been watching animated movies?
I have. I've been
Anything else
watching-
going on in your life?
I actually lost a few pounds.
Way to go. How many pounds?
I think it was like 7.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's substantial.
Doing what? or you
Just
did?
eating less. Yeah, that's like I've tried to stop drinking soda as much at work because it's like fucking everywhere, quite literally, and it's free.
It's like
Just
you
get
go
diet.
sitting in-
I must
sitting in
stay
diet,
away.
dude. It's like you and being in the pizza place.
Yeah,
It's all around.
Yeah.
yeah, it's everywhere.
Oh, or us at the bakery? My God. That was
I saw him
amazing. It's
pound
like,
down
sample. Yeah, loaves. We would get the sourdough bread, and I would just be like, oh, I'll just get a couple slices, and we just fucking whole loaf just gone. Like, man, I don't feel so
I miss
good.
the days when you guys worked at that fucking bakery.
I kind of do too.
I miss it so much.
It was.
I
kinda
could
fun.
get everything done in much less time.
Here's what you can hope for. You can hope that Franz goes out of business and you buy that building.
Yeah, I just have
You'd
bread
you'd
somehow.
have to have deals with separate places to get the.
Oh,
return
like that
bread.
little Debbie bastard down here? That
Yeah, you
fucking
would
guy.
have to you would have to contact stores and purchase their.
That
their
motherfucker,
close to
dude. I
date.
told him no donuts, right? Because we can't have conflicting products. And I fucking went over there one day after telling him this, and like there's a couple things of the cinnamon rolls, and then behind it there was a bag of fucking donuts, and I was like, you bastard. I told you no. I'm like, at least tell me that you're gonna do it. Like, I if you told me, hey, I have this, I'll sell it in for less, and I can maybe get rid of it for you, it would have been like, okay, fine. But he fucking hides it behind everything else, and I'm like, you motherfuck. I don't want your goddamn competition in here. How many times do we got to tell you this? Anyway,
If you guys haven't seen, you should watch Brokeback Bakery. It just really details.
Yeah, it'll be on my blog.
yeah. I won't double post. I want to, kind of, but
You can double post it. I mean, you were in it. So.
it's a great.
Back when we were all
Classic.
just a little bit skinnier.
I was actually more. I weighed more.
I think
Yeah.
I was super skinny there.
Yeah, you were.
no.
You
I
look
was
ridiculous.
working at the pizza place, so I was probably about exactly where I am right now.
Dylan was way chubby back then. Oh my God. I watched
Yeah.
that the other day and I was like, oh,
Yeah, Dylan.
My lord.
Dylan was in his small, lasting fat phase.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
caught
yeah.
him right then in the
Yeah.
video.
that's the moment.
Perfect.
And it looks so unnatural, but good times.
Anything
What
else?
about you? Oh, sorry, Caleb.
It's not really anything getting fat, but I did have. I found out that there's going to be a free weekend for Overwatch, that Blizzard shooter type game. It's from the 9th to the 12th, I believe, and everybody can just download that for free on PS4 or
Do you keep-
Xbox
get to keep
One.
it forever?
You don't get to keep it forever, but you do get to play it for those few days. So download it and try it out. It's pretty fun.
All right.
All right. I mean, if everyone gets a chance, why not?
Yeah.
Cameron.
I did read 3 books last month
Oh, I'm sorry.
Air
was
quotes?
that in air quotes?
because I listened to them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you listened to 3 books. Okay.
So every time you say something, we should just add air
I
quotes.
finished The Immortal Irishman, which was a great book, by the way. I also finished this, are we allowed to say that one book?
Yeah.
Okay, so I also listened
what
to
one book? What the fuck?
listen to Fault in Our Stars, which is just a 7-hour
What the-
book. So I listened to that one, but
What are you,
then
like
I
a
also
girl?
finished. But then I also finished Clear and Present Danger by Tom Clancy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had to make up for it with reading Tom Clancy.
Yeah, he's like, fuck that.
He went hard the other way.
Fucking man card just like slipped out. All right, let's get the manliest thing in the world.
No, I just remember Clear and Present Danger being because I was sitting there, I'm like, okay, what book do I listen to next? I don't want to do anything super fantasy anymore because I'm kind of done. And then I was
Kind of dumb.
I'm kind of done after
Sorry, I'm
listening
kind of
to
deaf. Go ahead.
after listening to The Wheel of Time 2 times in a row.
Yeah, it's like, I don't need 7 million
Why would you
pages.
listen to it twice in a
Because I had
row?
no idea of what else I wanted to read, and once I start on a story, I have to finish it. And if
Read
it's
some like classics or something.
all right,
Hey,
right,
get
and
like
I could,
fucking Sherlock Holmes,
but then I
man.
remembered that, hey, I Clear and Present Danger was like my favorite book by Tom Clancy, so I went ahead and
Another reread?
and so I listened to Clear and Present Danger, but now I'm starting the Jack Ryan series from the chronological order beginning, and so I'm going to go through that.
Okay, the Jack Ryan in your head. Which actor is it? Is it Harrison Ford,
no.
or is
Alec
it
Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin,
No.
or is it Ben Affleck, or is it that one guy from Star Trek?
No,
Well, one guy from Star Trek.
The main.
He's my
Spock.
own. He's my
not
own.
Spock. The other guy.
He's my own
fuck,
made up
what's that
character
guy's
because I read Clear and Present Danger as a kid before I even knew Clear and Present Danger was a movie.
So you had a different handsome man in your head.
It was me, wasn't
Which
it?
handsome man does he look like? Cam?
Yeah, are we missing any Jack Ryans?
To me, in my head, he kind of looks.
Oh, you saying like Chris Pine? Is that the guy you're saying?
Oh,
Chris
yeah,
Pine,
Chris
yeah.
Pine. Yeah,
That's
there
it.
we go.
I am amazed I remember that guy's name.
I
Me
have
too.
too.
People talk about him, and I'm like, who is Chris Pine? But then I was like, Star Trek. So you just had some version
It's
of
like when you
yourself,
read. It's like when you read Harry Potter. You had your own image of Harry Potter before the movie.
Oh,
I
no,
didn't.
he was replaced. I did. I had whatever artwork that Marie Grand Prix, or however you say her name, the lady who did the artwork for the American releases of Harry Potter. She did artwork on other stuff like Harry Potter calendars before the movie came out. That was like just the books,
Right.
And that Harry Potter, that kind of cartoony looking Harry Potter, was the Harry Potter in my head.
But like I developed my own image for Jack Ryan in my head, and no, a movie has not replaced him because I've only seen like 2 movies. And
You've
they
seen The
and
Hunt
I had,
for Red October, right?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. Yeah.
Dude,
I know
that movie.
I know.
It's the Alec Baldwin movie.
I know, and I do want to watch it, and I will. But I just have my own version of Jack Ryan in my head, and then since Jack Ryan's played by so many different characters, I probably won't pick one of them as my image in my head. When I
Wait,
think
did
of
Tom
Jack Ryan.
Cruise play him?
I'm looking it up.
I
right
think
now.
Tom Cruise might have done one of those.
Speaking about
nope.
Baldwin, I've
The
actually been
4 I
rewatching
listed
30
were the
Rock.
4 that were.
Tom Cruise could do it.
So Alec Baldwin was the first one in Hunt for Red October, and I think Alec Baldwin is my Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever read those books, but that's the one I.
The Jack Ryan, I think
Harrison
he's
Ford
kinda
is in
tall and skinny
Patriot
with
Games
glasses.
and Clear and Present Danger. Ben Affleck is in Sum of All Fears, which is kind of a mediocre movie that I watched last week, actually. And Chris Pine is in Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, which I don't think is directly based on any of the
No,
books.
I mean the movies. The best one, of course, is Hunt for Red October
That you haven't seen, so how can you say that?
because
Well,
it
it's
has
got me.
it's
Patriot
got
Games
good
I
reviews. I'm actually in the middle of Patriot Games, listening to it right now. But the
Oh.
narrator annoys me so
Does he?
much. Like I listened to the Clear and Present Danger. The narrator was decent. He was no Michael. What's his name?
Michael Caine.
Michael
He
Caine.
is no Michael Caine.
He's not the narrator who narrates the Wheel of Time series. Like his voice is
yeah.
just magic. But he was okay. But this narrator for Patriot Games, I just want to strangle him. He makes everyone sound like they're on the verge of like crying. He just has kind of like where he really elongates
It's just a really
the last
sad
part of the
world,
words.
Cam
He's
Cam.
like, he'll see just like, oh, Jack Ryan said. And then, he's talking like this, but it's actually a funny part of the book that's supposed to be upbeat. But
he sounds
kinda
like Cameron.
downturning
That's
it
weird.
all the time. So he annoys the fuck out of me. I don't like it at all.
All right, fair enough.
But I have to. He's the only one. He's the only one who narrates that book, so I can't find anyone else. I have to listen to it.
I'm sorry. You could narrate it yourself in your
I
own
thought
head
about
if you
that.
Yeah,
wish.
you could.
No.
What about your other goals? Boy.
And still just making my appointments at the gym.
Are you going to those appointments?
I am. That's the only thing I'm doing, though.
I'm seeing a little belly start to form. I'm noticing.
Yeah.
Gaining
Yeah.
some back.
Yeah, because I really did not jump back into the Atkins at all.
I'm
It's
telling you,
expensive.
it's fucking miracle for
Dude,
me and
dude.
Schweiss. See how skinny Schweiss has become?
Yeah.
Look
And
at
I
like
just
a
feel
YouTube
so,
videos from like.
I'm eating this
just
hamburger
3 months
meat,
ago.
and I feel sick of all the grease that
don't
comes with
just
it.
eat hamburger. There's more things to eat.
No,
than
okay,
cheese sticks
this is
and
my
hot
favorite.
dogs.
This is my favorite.
Lies. That
Atkins
man is a
meal.
liar.
Eat some salad.
That is
dude.
all-
I know. This is my meal plan when I was really into it. I'm at dinner. I would have a hamburger patty with an egg and a piece of cheese. That was my dinner. And then for lunch on some days, I would have cooked chicken with spinach, and that would be my lunch. And I loved it. I loved that with cheese sprinkled on top, of course.
Yeah, I do. So my mom usually has, because I live with her now. My mom usually has like something of meat that I just take, but then the rest of my days it's like I'll have bacon and eggs. I'll have like steak and eggs, like pork or something like
Yeah,
that.
but who's paying for all this? food?
Chicken.
His mom.
My parents are. They'll keep doing it because I'm losing weight like crazy. So it's awesome.
See, I have to fund my own meals. And
I understand that.
When I'm at the end of the
I had
paycheck-
to not that long ago. Can you guys just remember that only a
You
short
didn't
time
always
ago
live the life of leisure.
I was not living with my parents. Like, it now seems like, oh, Joe, he lives with his parents. What a lazy fuck. It's like, I moved out at 18, and up until, like, the beginning of this
He
summer.
moved out, but didn't move out of his parents' wallet. Let's get this clear.
Yeah, they paid for my car insurance.
I want to see
Thank you.
this umbilical cord because if everything's supposed to grow with the child, this thing's got to be like
Fuck you.
a tube, man.
Yeah, they paid for my car insurance, and they paid for my phone bill.
Oh man.
I will counter your thing. Sure, all of this is true. And yes, the umbilical joke is accurate. But I am doing it as well.
Yes, you are.
And just go to Costco, go to Sam's Club, buy
Pay
a
50 bucks
fuckload
for
of
freaking-
eggs.
No, that's what I was thinking. I could just go buy a crate of eggs. They're pretty cheap, and I'd have eggs.
It's
for days.
$3.70 for
But I
60
just get sick of eggs for so long.
God.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
I am serious. 5 dozen eggs.
I'm never
is
going to
less
feel
than
bad
$4.
eating your eggs ever.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. It's cheap, dude.
I know eggs are amazing. I can have eggs for days.
Meat
but,
does get expensive,
but the
though.
meat part, the part that I really want, it's just the meat.
It's
Eggs with salad.
$30 for 10 pounds of bacon is what I pay. It's expensive.
Can you buy me some bacon and I'll just pay you
if you
for
go
it?
turkey bacon?
Cameron, how come you always do the IOU things?
No, like because
Like,
he
you
can go to
can't
Costco
just-
and get it for super cheap.
Yeah, that's
and so I'm
the-
just going to pay him. He's going to give me the
Like, go
the
with
bacon.
him to the store.
Oh,
You don't
I
go,
could do.
"I'm
I
gonna
could
pay
do
you."
that. I could do that too. I just thought when he goes when he goes to shop, he just picks up an extra thing.
It'll be a little
and I'll give
while,
him the
but
money,
I could, yeah.
and then the transaction done.
But
So
no,
I don't want to pay the $50 for the Costco.
if you go bacon or if you go turkey bacon, it's a lot cheaper too. But I don't like turkey bacon as much.
turkey bacon's okay. It is okay.
I agree. It's
Turkey
less fatty.
sausage is the worst thing I've ever had.
Yeah,
By the
turkey
way.
bacon I think tastes
Turkey
almost.
sausage?
Oh yeah, yeah. There was we bought turkey sausage because it was just like it was on sale or something like that, and then I didn't even know. I thought there was some flavoring with it. I just had these sausages and they were just the worst fucking things I've ever had. And I looked at them like, whatever flavor this is, I'm not getting it again. It was turkey original. It was just
Why the fuck are they
it
trying
was
to
the
make everything
regular
out of
flavor.
turkey?
They're not
Healthier.
making everything. Out
It's
of
healthier.
Yeah, but why would you not just eat
It's
chicken?
not red meat, but then again, it is still sausage and processed and like sausage.
It's a lot less fatty.
Yeah.
With turkey bacon, I burn it more often because it's like it's meat. It's actual meat, whereas bacon is
Hey, guys,
fat, right?
I'm just gonna have to make it a point to just fucking no carbs, no matter what. Even if it's for fucking free at work.
20 carbs.
I'm just gonna fucking I can't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I just have to make it a point to stock up on a fucking ton of cheap eggs.
When we get to my section, you will know I suffer as well at
I am
work.
thankful that my parents
It's-
are willing to do
for
this
me,
for me.
it's when I go to work and I don't have a lunch, and then they had catered lunch, and that's my normal money saving mode is to just eat that lunch for several days if there's leftovers.
Right.
But I can't do that if I want to stick to this diet.
Right.
But I want to save money.
And and your other goal is to save money, which rocks you if you don't buy in bulk.
Yeah.
Like the cheese stick
Hey, I got
thing.
a parking ticket. You want to pay for me, Cameron?
How much is it?
Failed reference that the audience will know about.
Nope.
How much is it?
Who's willing?
I'm amazed I haven't gotten one at the school yet,
Oh, my
honestly.
God.
They haven't punished me for my pre-5 o'clock park. All right, so how's your saving money going? That was your other goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's going better. I'm
Since you're not
saving more
buying
money.
meat.
No, I am buying food, and that's the hard part.
You buying any tickets for anyone?
I still have to tell them how much it is. But
How'd you get a parking ticket? Would you
It's
like
fu-
wreck
it's a
the
joke.
train and then just park it on the?
I'm kidding.
and then I'm riding the train most of the time, but I have to get up at fucking 5 in the morning. And so if I don't go to bed on time, it's just like, nah, I'll drive.
So it's like half the time.
Almost about now.
Well, how much have you saved money doing that?
Yeah, I have saved about, I'd say $150 so far.
That's incredible. Keep that shit up.
I could save more.
That's $150 to get a new mic cord.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Well,
and
we
it's
already have
coming.
that- we already
It's
have that
coming.
ordered, yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. I promise.
Have you talked to the dude?
Yeah,
When is
I
it
see him
coming?
every day.
And is it going to be coming on your face?
No, we will.
You're gonna walk in, and the mic cord's just gonna like, oh wow, Caleb called it.
Anyways, yes.
Guess what?
I'm on. Okay, so I'm saving money from riding the bike, and that's actually helping to get more exercise in. Because if I ride the bike, I know Joe said I should just ride the bus when I get off at the central station. But if I have a bike, I'm getting 4 miles of bike ride in every day by doing that.
Oh wow.
There is just going to be a point where you can't do that, and it's
snow
coming
time
soon.
No. It depends on how quickly people shovel when I ride my bike, but then yeah.
Well, even then, like pressing your brakes on that shit, I would never ride a bike in the winter.
The brakes on those bikes are already pretty nice.
Yeah, they've been out in the
Are they
weather.
Squeakers?
No, they're not squeakers. But hey, you know that that bridge that bridge in Geneva that goes over the tracks, right? The big old bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I will be full bore on those brakes all the way down the hill, and it just slows me down. That's all it does. It doesn't stop me.
Cameron, take a little wrench and tighten up.
I
those
know.
brakes.
I was working on it. The only problem is with his brakes.
flip 'em upside down.
With his brakes, you tweak them a little bit, but then the little bit you tweak them, they're now rubbing against the tire.
Yeah. I know. It sucks. The tire is fucked up, but just a teeny bit.
Exactly.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
So either
you could adjust the rim.
Either I want it to be extremely hard all the time to ride this bike, or stop in about 100 or so feet going down
Our
the
next
hill.
review is going to be like, be floored by the bike mechanic talk.
Yeah.
I can fix this. I can know how to fix bikes. It's like the want. It's a trade-off with this bike. And since this is a bike that that's relatively cheap, do I want to pay more for a crappy Walmart bike that's probably too small for me anyway?
This bike is relatively
Just repair
cheap.
the bike.
You didn't pay anything. I'm just letting you use it.
I know, but I plan to buy it from you. I plan.
Okay.
Well,
After I figure out if it's worth it or not.
Anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
all right. Well, for me, one of my goals that I haven't been keeping up on because I haven't been in school is school. It's gone pretty good so far. I'm enjoying it. A lot of reading, a lot of fucking papers. I've already written.
Are you in English right now?
I'm in classes that needed English. An ethics class.
Oh yeah, you're taking business, so you got to do shit like that. Ugh.
I'm taking the management stuff right now. The business courses are mostly math.
Does business make you learn Chinese?
It should.
Probably. No, but so I've been doing a ton of papers. It's taking up a lot of time, but I've been able to do it, and it's fine.
I've heard someone say that getting a business degree is just like getting another high school diploma.
Kinda. They're pretty common, but
I think I've heard that with every single fucking degree.
Well,
honestly,
with your arts degree.
honestly, if you do well, if you run things the right way, you'll just be fine.
I know if you get a business degree with another minor in something else, it'll help. But then it's part of an attitude to be successful in business. You have to want it.
Right. That's why Joe and I are maybe going to be doing something in the next few years, starting up some sort of small business. That's what I want to do. The degree is just for the hell of it. It's just to learn a couple more things. It's not something I'm banking on like,
you get more respect with the degree too.
I will get this degree and will then make $50K a year starting out at some crappy job. No, I'm going to get the degree to master the things that I want to do on my own. I want to do little startup things. I want to have like an entrepreneurship setup, and so the degree is secondary for me. That's why I'm not taking it that seriously, why I'm taking forever with it. Is because that, and financially I couldn't go back.
Degrees are kind of useful for a few things. First off, government jobs, which are generally okay pay, and they always increase every few years.
Yeah, they do. They're
government jobs almost always require a bachelor's degree.
Well, so this is
so you can work for the Forest Service for a little while. You'll get good pay, and it will increase every time because it's the government job.
This is what it is, though. Yes, you don't need a degree. Even in the computer field, the computer science field, you just had to be very proficient, and you could get a good job. It's in the beginning.
It's also networking as well.
But now, with all these jobs opening up and a lot of people wanting to do it, they need something to differentiate between the people applying for it, and a degree is usually that kicker.
Yeah.
So in any real field nowadays, you have to have a degree, which is why college degrees are almost becoming a joke, because you can get into thousands of dollars of debt for this necessary thing to even get a job making just a fraction of more money than you would have made otherwise.
Yeah, there's people who have my degree that make less money than I do.
Exactly. It's just because companies
It's because
want
they
exactly.
suck.
Exactly. Let's eat some eggs.
Yeah, it's because they suck. They're cheap. It's all about you and what you get done. It's not the
Right.
degree is like
And
a
so
bonus thing.
so a lot of jobs will use the degree as a way to weed out people they want. But if you don't have a degree but you're talented and you work at a company for a long time, they
can
will
make it,
give
yeah.
you raises.
I think there's a couple different types of people in this world. There's people who know what they want to do and want to get into, and then there's people who don't. And the people who don't actually benefit with the degree because they can just get a regular job, just it's better.
Right.
Yeah.
With the degree. Now, the amount of debt that you go into for said degree, I guess it depends on the person, whether or not that's worth it. And it depends, like, if student debt is worth it if you're trying to be a doctor, let's be clear here, or a lawyer, student debt will be paid off relatively soon, assuming you're not working for
Well,
the state.
lawyer though, that again is a job. If you get a degree and you just end up doing civil work the whole time,
Yeah.
you're never gonna fucking pay.
That's
it back.
true. That's true.
Yeah, you can get into $500,000 in debt for some of those law degrees.
And then it's if you're good enough and you
But
go
those
to
are
a
the types of
highbrow
position
law
where,
school
like,
and you can get on
that
a large
degree
firm,
matters.
then yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
fucking make it back. But then
It also matters where you go to school and stuff.
True, yeah. That's why it's so much.
Yeah, it seems like the medical science stuff is a really good place, and you always need a degree for that.
It's really
Yes,
expensive,
yeah,
though.
medical's good.
The degrees are sick.
Yeah, they also get paid better.
They
as far as
do.
like day jobs are concerned.
They do. They get paid well, but if you have to go into $300,000 for debt, that's going to take you some time to pay off.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So
with
it's-
regular
And
life.
again,
Give or
and it's a
take.
field where if you're extremely talented, you're going to make it back real fast. If you're just an average, it's going to take some time.
I
Yeah.
think that's most fields.
Well, yeah,
Probably.
but if you're talking about fields where you're making tons of money,
Now, the person with the history degree,
They're fucked.
they're fucked.
They just know a lot of stuff.
you know
and
what's
are
really
awesome.
sad?
I know
though?
a lot of stuff, and I work for a university for very
Nothing.
little money.
You know what's sad though? Because history is something that really interests me, and then I chose computer science over that just for the money.
Yeah, well, and
maybe
you only
a
have to take
history
one
minor.
history class too. It's like, oh, that's fucking
I
done.
have taken more than that because
Oh.
I like it.
I took American government.
I took
didn't
political.
take history.
I took political science. and
Yours
then-
was American government.
It might have been political science.
We
but
had
whatever it was.
a guest. We had a couple of guests come in. One of them being a former senator of Ohio or something like that.
Oh, mine was. I can't remember what mine was. It was like American history from blah 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 to blah blah blah. It was
Oh,
really
okay.
cool. The teacher didn't use a book at all. He knew everything he was.
I'm
talking
learning
about.
most of my history from podcasts.
Yeah. So yeah, school's going pretty well. That's been good. My weight loss is stagnated this week. I haven't lost a single pound. In fact, I went up 2 pounds, and then this morning I weighed what I weighed last week. Kind of upsetting. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's the lack
It
of
just
sleep and all the
happens.
diet soda.
It's probably the diet soda.
But I feel better, and I actually.
Fucking live off of diet soda.
I know, dude. You have to. Okay, either that or sleep. But come on. For me,
Well, you get out at 5 in the fucking morning. You can go to bed like hours before, but you still wake up fucking tired because your body doesn't want to get up that early. It just doesn't.
it's not meant to. But no, I fit into my old pants. I tried them on the other day. These are pants that I haven't fit into since I moved into this house. So like a couple of years. Now, when I say fit,
Since just a couple months after
I can't
we
wait to
started
do that
USF.
myself.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's years. And when I say fit, I don't mean fit in the way that I would wear them. It makes me look like I'm a fucking tube of toothpaste, and I'm the toothpaste end, so it's like,
That's what I always say about girls. No matter their physical shape, if they're wearing a strapless dress, it looks like their toothpaste being squoze out of a toothpaste bottle.
Yeah, kind
I
of,
hate
yeah.
strapless dresses. I just don't like it. I don't think it looks good.
They
I
can be
dig
pretty
it. The word
tight.
squoze doesn't sound right to me.
Like if you look at her, and she's just like coming out of her dress.
I like the last part. You had my attention there, but coming out of the dress.
yeah.
No, so that's going pretty well. I'm pretty stoked about that. Financially, I paid a bit more into my house this month, so I'm working on paying that shit off.
Sweet.
I have $5 right now, and that's
Nice.
great.
Oh hey, yeah, the gas
Buy
people
eggs.
put their final notice on our door.
Oh, nice. That's fun.
Oh shit! You're not gonna have hot water for a little while.
Yeah,
God, again.
Fuck Cody.
Don't you just love living with Cody?
I hate it.
You know what's funny
it
is
so
Alex has been listening to Getting Fat and this show like at the same time, and she's like, man, you guys are so cruel to Cody. And I'm like, you have no idea. And this is another example of why we're cruel to Cody, is because Cody's gonna make Cameron take cold showers.
Well, I'm sorry. Wait, we're cruel to Cody?
Well, cruel to Cody and
Wait, has she listened
Cody,
to all
Cody,
of Getting
Cody,
Fat?
not yet.
Cody.
She's getting there though.
If you guys are having money problems, fucking rent out the other room for $400 or more.
I gave them notice. I said, you just find someone to replace me.
No, we want to put stuff in there because their room's fucking full of trash. Oh, by the way, I did the dishes yesterday. Well, there's only 2 forks downstairs.
Oh man.
You know where the rest of the fucking
You know what
forks
that
are?
It's Caleb. He's the klepto.
I was looking at Caleb when that happened.
He's a fucking fork
Apocalypse.
klepto.
Now it's fork apocalypse.
Yeah. You go in his room and they're just like forks with like little plaques like, oh, June 2016, Cody's place. There are less forks now than there have ever been in this house.
Two fucking forks.
Oh, man, there were days where I had to go in and I'm like, Cody, I need a plate. He's like, oh, give me a minute. I'm like, no, Cody, I need a plate now. I'm making food and I don't have a plate to put it on. There is no give me a second.
Point, Cameron, honestly, like paper plates will just save you all the heartache in the
Keep
world.
them in your fucking room.
So-
That's what I started doing, remember? I just bought paper plates and plastic forks and I said, fuck it.
No, it's like that's just like I
Not
do
dealing with
all
this
these
shit.
dishes. I load the dishwasher and stuff. I didn't realize there were any forks, but then I'm like, okay, I have my food ready to go, and then I open up the fork drawer. There's one shiny fork. I'm like, what the fuck?
How many of those dishes were yours?
Like maybe 2 plates and a couple of spoons.
Isn't
And I
that?
wash it.
Yeah. Fuck those people.
And then
God.
the rest is in their room. And the point is that they fucking everything
Buried
is full.
somewhere underneath
Their
some
fucking room is
lingerie.
full of fucking
God, don't say
shit
that.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's no wonder they want this other room to just put some shit into, but it's like it's not financially feasible for you guys to do that right now.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Let's see. I got that.
Hated living with those people.
My reading has slowed down as far as Game of Thrones goes, but I have been reading a bunch of my books for school. Most of them are odd things like classics like How to Win Friends and Influence People and Difficult Conversations. A lot of the stuff that I use at work is actually in this book. And it's interesting because there's a girl that Caleb and I know that I work with, and
The lesbo queen.
Yes, she is of the lesbian nature. And when we're all sitting in a group and
From
we have
Lesbolia.
live from Lesbolia. Occasionally when we have a bunch of downtime, which is not really that occasional, we play a game and we'll try to invite Dwayne. And there's a way of going about it to invite my roommate to a game, and she can't do it. The way she asks him to join, it doesn't pose any benefit to him at all. There's no like, hey, you look like you might need some camaraderie here. Do you want to play a game?
So you're saying that he needs to be coddled into doing
Not
anything.
coddled. He needs to realize that there's a benefit for him, and the way she proposes it, it's all her benefit. It's like, hey, you should play this game with us. We don't have enough people. Out. That's like out. It's like with Dwayne, imagine a man going towards like a board game. There's a board game under a box that has a tree branch on it with a string leading off to us, and we're holding the string and we're trying to coax him into grabbing the game, and then we'll pull the string and the stick will fall out and he'll be trapped under the box in the game. But you can't spook him. If you go about it the way she goes about it, you'll spook him and he won't go near the box. He won't go after the bait. But the way I do it, I'm like, hey, Dwayne, it's kind of a slow day today. Do you want to maybe play a game with us? And it's got like a 50% chance of success. Her way, 0% chance of success. It never fucking works.
What does he do instead?
Dude, sometimes he watches movies like on Google Play. He'll be back. I came back there and he's watching Star Wars Episode 7 the other day. I was like, my God, man. Like, I can't do that.
Is your
get too
place
distracted. Yeah, but not for our spot, so you don't want it. it's shit anywhere else. But yeah, no, and so I'm learning a lot of good tactics in those books on how to
trick people better thinking that they want what you want them to want.
Well, presenting it in a way that's mutually beneficial. There are many things in life that are mutually beneficial to accomplish as a group. So
I think anyone who has experience with stricter parents kind of has a crash course in this already.
Kind of, yeah, you can. So I'm reading a bunch of those, and those are taking up a bunch of time, but they do count as books, so I guess I am reading. It's just not as interesting necessarily, but it is new material. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The movie one I abandoned. I have been watching stuff, but you know, whatever. It's all you. What you got, Joe?
A few things. First off, I don't know if I've ever learned my lesson completely about this, but if there's a person who, or if you are a person who must be coaxed to do anything that would be fun for you and for other people, you can fuck off.
Well, it's not that it's not fun for you. It's that you are indifferent to it. It's like, I could play this game or I could watch this movie. Most of the time, I'd rather watch
I just
a
want
movie.
people to be decisive. So, like, I've had trouble with this with friends in the past. And you sometimes, Caleb. And it's, okay, let's do this thing. And then I have to deal with, oh, well, maybe. And I'm like, just fucking, you can say no. Just say no. I had to go through this like so many times with like so many fucking Halo parties with like certain people who just can't make a decision. I don't know fucking why, but usually it has to do with like, if something better comes up, I'm gonna leave. And those type of people, I want to fucking kill. Because it's like, either you want to do this or you don't. And if you don't want to do it, that's fucking fine. Just say that you don't want to do it. I don't want to have to fucking play this goddamn fucking game with you. Because it's a game. It turns into a game about, all right, man, you want to chill? You want to hang out? And it's like, oh, maybe. Like, and then the next reaction, which shouldn't be the reaction from me, and I used to do this a lot more than I do now, is to like sweeten the pot. It's like, why don't you just, if you do this, it'll be fun.
I would say that you are kind of bad at sweetening the pot, though.
And I don't want to have to sweeten the pot. In fact, like when someone asks me a question, I'm usually a yes man now. Like I've stopped. I don't say no that often to things, like unless something's in the way. Like if I already made plans, I'm usually a yes man. So people are like, "Hey, you want to do this thing?" And whether or not I kind of feel mediocre towards it, I'm like, "Yeah, let's go do it." Because it'll be an experience at the very least, and I'll be less bored. But other people, I realize that sometimes they want their privacy or something like that, and it's like, well, if you want your privacy, have your privacy. Just fucking
say no.
Don't waste my goddamn motherfucking time and effort trying to convince you to have a good time.
It's not about convincing them. It's about approaching it in a better way, is what I'm making the point of. It's show that it's mutually beneficial, and it will happen. I am much better at this.
This is a business deal. This is usually on the most like the lightest level of anything. Like, hey, you want to watch a movie?
Yeah, that's true. And some people do make a big deal of it.
It's like, I don't give a fuck. Just say no if you don't want to watch this movie. And if we're in like a situation where we're all in a group together, stuck together for a little while, if you say no, on top of that, think of something better.
Yeah.
There has to, like, the people who are indecisive or don't know what they want or are expecting me, because it's a power move. It's a power move where it's like, oh, now I must come to you, my dear king, and I must kiss your feet and must convince you that this is, I fucking hate that. God damn it. I'm having flashbacks now. There's certain people that I'll call and I'll be like, hey, do you want to do this? And they go, I don't know. And I'll be like, yeah, okay, never mind. And then I'll just...
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I'm sick of it.
I don't know for a lot of people means no. For me, a lot of times...
Well, then just say no.
Well, I know. I agree with you. I totally agree. But I'm saying, like, for a while with me, especially for like the last year and a half, I haven't really done it as much that I've noticed, but I would have plans and I would forget about my plans. I swear to God, it's like residual from my head injury from years ago where I could not remember. I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds great. I want to do that. Oh, that's right. I was going to do this lesser fucking thing, but I already agreed to it. So I have to do this one first. Sorry, I'm going to blow you off. Or before it's like, oh, well, I'm going over to this person's
a lot.
Yeah, it's because I was in a bad relationship, and I would try to choose that over it because I'm like, okay, this is important to me. It shouldn't have been, but it was, and it's not that I'm trying to blow people off. It was more of I couldn't remember that I had made a plan or what date it was because this new plan sounded exciting and new, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. And then it became the I don't know because I don't fucking know if I have a plan that day. But I do feel like I've gotten a lot better with it. I do agree, and there are times like with Dylan, I'd say he's one that does this a ton. I will present something to him, and he'll say, "I don't know," and I almost just exclusively expect that to be a no, and I just don't pursue it.
I hate playing that fucking game. I don't want to play that game. I think it's a stupid game. I think it's a selfish game.
Yeah, no,
that wastes other people's time.
But what I'm saying is, you get the answer there. Dwayne doesn't say, "I don't know." He says yes or no. And the way you approach it is in a better way, I think, and that helps with the yes or no. Plus, I'm much more, liked than this other individual, by him especially. Can't stand her, man. They fucking hate each other. Well, at least he does. I don't know if she hates him, but I do feel you with that. It is annoying sometimes because it's
annoying.
It's not a big deal most of the time. It's like we're just trying to do something. You can say no. Like if you don't want to come, just say no. Don't say I don't know because you do. If it's something like in the next 20 minutes, hey, can you come over and do this? Oh, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Are you busy right now? And will you be busy at the end of this fucking thing? It's a yes, no. If yes, you will be busy, then
or
no.
Or if you don't, or you do want to.
Yeah, or if you don't want to.
But I hate it's such a fucking selfish, like, dick move to be like, because I know the maybe is I don't know, this girl might call me.
Or like, something weird like that.
Who the fuck? Like, just make a decision. Just fucking, like, all right, if you want to wait for the girl, then just say no, if that's the thing.
Then again, you do have this drive against just hanging out. It is something that you can't do sometimes. You can now, but there was a period where you'd be like, oh, why are we not doing anything? And we're just like, well, we're just hanging out. Like, that's not really... I don't know what it was.
I've
but
never had a problem with just hanging out. Other people have a problem with just hanging out. And no one else makes decisions when we're in a group.
That's not true.
We've had this conversation before, and I will say there are exceptions. And usually, Caleb, it's because I'm hanging back and not making a decision on purpose because I'm letting other people take over.
Yeah, but
because I don't like being the guy that has to always be the guy.
Yeah, you and I can be kind of indecisive sometimes.
Well, so it's not that I'm indecisive, it's that I don't care.
So when we've hung out in the past,
that's kind
there's
of
been, it's usually Cameron or Caleb Craig. It'd be like, well, we need to do something. What are we going to do, guys?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then it's like, well, fucking the person who asked that should be the first person who shouts out a solution in their own head first.
Yeah, just be like, let's play.
Whenever I'm thinking that, I think of the solution first before
I come
saying
up with ideas,
anything.
and then you guys are always like, no.
Well, that can happen, and that's just
that happens with me every time. I'm like, hey, let's do this.
Maybe
and you guys are like, no.
if you realize that it happens every time, you should just come up with better things to do. And
Fuck you. Why don't you just want to do the things that I say?
Well, because they suck.
No, they don't.
If they didn't suck, then we would.
A lot of your answers are like, I don't have money, or nah.
I have money. Believe me, I have credit.
Yeah, you have $5. Is what you said.
That's
before.
Damn straight. $5 whole fucking dollars.
I'm the one unemployed, and my uncle gave me a $20 bill before I left.
$21. Joe has more money.
Man, Joe's flashing his cash.
Yeah.
No, but I feel you in that situation. I agree. Because then it just becomes this nothing event where we're not just hanging out. We're trying to bounce ideas off of each other, and it's like, this is just a waste.
Yeah.
And then this is where Dylan has us. If it's like that, he just leaves. He just goes home. And that's why I can't imagine him and Caleb Craig ever just hanging out like
We do.
outside of us, because he'd be like, all right, well,
If they were playing games.
I'm fucking out of here because no.
We
Just
do.
leave. I know you do.
Yeah.
It's a legend to me. It's like this
It's a
this
legend.
myth, yeah, that it actually happens.
We've invited you guys to do stuff with us.
Yeah. But no, the thing with me is it's like I'm just kind of indifferent because it doesn't really matter as long as we're just hanging out.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be something. So I don't know.
I generally hate indecisiveness.
Yeah.
That might be because I'm a super decisive person. Usually, I mean, there are moments where I honestly am like at a standstill.
Don't know what to
But
do.
usually, I'm very decisive, and I can understand people being indecisive. But indecisive usually means let's not, or I'll tell myself even if I'm indecisive, I'll just go with one. So, should I see this movie or should I not? Yes or no.
Yeah.
And I got to make that decision in like a split second. And nothing bad's ever fucking happened. Like, I've gone to places like, I don't know, like parties and stuff that like, it's like, should I go? Should I not? And I'll be like, yeah, let's just go.
Yeah.
I'll just go. And it doesn't matter. And I don't have to take 50 minutes to figure that out. I usually take about a minute.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm not sure how I go about it. I think I decide if I'm going to actually do it or not well before I will say anything.
I try to say yes to every social thing just because I know it's good for me. So, like, you know, if I'm invited, unless something's in the way, I'll try to say yes. Yeah.
I don't really get invited to stuff like that, I don't think. I guess no, I got
Do a
invited
play
to
or two.
I got invited to a concert this weekend. One of my coworkers' bands is playing in Muse, but I don't know if I could go into that building. I mean, come on. It's no.
See, I would have gone.
It's not.
I would've totally
it hasn't
gone.
happened yet. So
Only if they invited me in person. Facebook invite doesn't matter.
he invited me in person.
Okay,
And
well,
he
I
said he
would've
would have
gone.
given me a discounted ticket, but it wasn't discounted enough. Guy owes me $5. Ticket was $10, and I was like, damn it, can't replace it.
All right. Well, weight loss movies. You can follow that on Twitter. Well, not the weight loss, but there is a certain landmark that I'll pass, and I'll let you guys know when I do.
Awesome.
I am the weight that I was when I did Atkins the last time. Well, and about 6 pounds from whatever that low mark was. So it's been like 2 years. Like the
Yeah.
lowest weight I've been in 2 years. So I'm pretty proud of it. But there's a certain threshold that's about 3 pounds away that I'm excited to get to.
Nice.
Besides that, I think we're done for today. Cameron had to shirk off silently early for unknown reasons.
That's fine.
As per usual.
Yeah.
So he won't get to say goodbye. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week.
Enjoy the nude.
Live always in the nude.
Fuck off.
Yeah!